I don't know. I'm going back to YouTube. Let me see if it looks like it's good. I don't know. I hope so. It says opens performance window. No drop frames. Your stream quality is good. Okay, let me get to YouTube and see what my stream looks like. This is ridiculous. If we even have any people that from this group, they must be like, wow, I think you should stop worrying about the Rae Dunn and concentrate more on your technical difficulties. Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to get to the live. Okay, let's see what happens. I think I changed all the links in the group so that they'll find us. Okay, it's working now. Okay, this was insane, okay? Whew, we lost a lot of people in lifeboats somewhere. Maybe they'll find us. I think was it scheduled for 11:20? Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let me just make sure that Streamlabs is still good. Okay. All right. So I don't even know where we were. Rae Dunn. Okay. This is Rae Dunn. This right here. It's a very minimalistic design. It's a very rudimentary pottery shape. It looks like a first grader could make the cup. Okay. You can even see there's a big like a line here. It looks like a big wrap of clay. The top, you see that? She doesn't want anything perfect. She wants things that are not perfect. And Rae Dunn, an artist living in California, that's how she started, okay? Things that were not perfect. But now it's all mass produced in China, okay? Here's the other thing. I have like 3 mugs, I think. And the reason I got You Are My Sunshine has nothing to do with Rae Dunn. It has everything to do with my son. But it's yellow inside. I only like the mugs that have... Oh, this is unbelievable. Jimmy? Okay. Thank you. I only like the mugs that have the colors in the inside. I don't just like the plain old cream colored. And I don't really, it's not really about a minimalistic design or anything. And I collect mugs, so I have 3 Rae Dunn mugs. I have one that's red, all red for Christmas, and I have the You Are My Sunshine, and I have one that says relax and it's teal inside. I've never ever knew there was a following like what there is. I never knew people had to have this stuff. I have a Rae Dunn gnome, but I did not buy it because it was Rae Dunn. I didn't even know it was Rae Dunn. Anyway, it's funny because Lisa D was saying something about, I don't know, 6 months ago that her son was very upset. He didn't like anything that told you what you had to do. And so she would buy things like that just to bother him. I never knew that. Oh my gosh. I did know that people would go nuts over certain Halloween items, but never to the extent that I've learned in the last few days, okay? So what happened was I just got a few mugs, but there are people that can't stop at a few mugs and they have to have every mug and it's all they have. A lot of them get rid of everything else and collect nothing but Rae Dunn, and they have mugs to the point that they have to, it makes my little, what I call my mug collection of like 2 cabinets, not even look crazy, okay? They have to rotate their mugs out. Some of them have as many as, 300 Rae Dunn mugs, okay? Some of them are spending upwards of $15,000 in 6 months on Rae Dunn stuff. And Rae Dunn stuff is cheap and... Jimmy? That's really annoying. Thank you. Yeah, and not only that. Yeah, okay. Hi, Angela. Okay. So, it gets obsessive to the point that a lot of them have gone into debt. A lot of them have ruined relationships because they go on what you call these hunts because there's certain things that... And I asked... Jimmy, hold on one second, guys, okay? Okay, sorry. I don't know how I look. I'm set up here to have a. You probably have 200 plus. It's an addiction, Jaybird. Okay. Jaybird, are you from the group? If anybody's here from the group that wants to call in and talk about this, that I can ask you some questions, that would be great. You let me know, and you can email me, and I will give you the number to get on to Zoom with us. You don't have to come on camera if you don't want. You can just talk with us without camera if that makes you more comfortable. So, hi Primrose. So I didn't know that, they would line up at the stores. Now, the only stores that sell this stuff, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, and probably HomeSense as well. And they line up and they go to get this stuff. So they line up hours before, and I thought what I saw was like a joke, because I thought it was like one of those Saturday Night Live things with people, they do the Black Friday ads that are funny. They're rushing in, and they're screaming at each other. And then there's men there, but supposedly the men are just resellers. So the two people that buy the pottery are the collectors and the resellers. And what I've noticed is Fiestaware. Yeah, I know, Jennifer Rochelle. And I have Fiestaware too. But again, it's never gotten to the point that I've not been able to enjoy a vacation and stuff. And what I've read is that the hunting for this, they have groups where they go on hunts, and they usually have partners, and sometimes they're local groups, so they meet friends that way. Then when it comes to that one of them has to leave, the other one will get very angry at them, because so they're not only like losing a friendship, they're losing this thing they had in common. So unless they can find something else, they've not only, it's a big upheaval of what's going on. You wish you were a part of the group. This is your first time hearing about this. That's like Scooter said that, Jesse. That's not a joke. She when Scooter was told this, she said, your daughter-in-law is a collector of it. Is she running out at all hours of the morning, the early morning hours, Nanette, to get the stuff? Does she obsess over it? You're part of the group. It's been a real issue for you, honest to God. Debt, secret credit cards, spent utility money. It's an addiction. Will you call in, Misty? Would you email me and call in and talk to us? Because I didn't know that. I collect mugs, and, I really think like I will limit myself, and I'm pretty good now. So if I go to a store and I see a mug that I like, the most I will buy is 2, and they're not Rae Dunn. But I try to limit myself. But when I've seen some of the stuff in these groups, I don't feel so bad at all. But I could never have just Rae Dunn mugs, because first of all, they don't appeal to me that much. And second of all, I like Snoopy mugs, and I like characters. There's different things that I like. I'm very eclectic in my mug design, and that's what appeals to me about having so many different kinds of mugs. So, yeah, you can email me if you'd like to call in. I saw there was a petition online, and there was a few things I pulled up, and let me see if I still have them up, because with all those technical difficulties, there was this petition that I saw online. Okay, now this was started a while ago, and the reason it was started was because this woman said that the people that, and I spoke to someone from the group today, and she's going to reiterate what this woman says. Because I said, my daughter told me, am I going to get a lot of hate from the Rae Dunn people? And Jessica Salas, that's one of our own, who's a Rae Dunn collector. Please don't hate me. So this woman that I was talking to said, I don't think you will, because even the Rae Dunn collectors don't like the Rae Dunn Karens. Well, she didn't use the word Karens. I am, okay? That come in, storming in, fighting with all the drama. So this is a Rae Dunn collector saying, sign this petition to fix the Rae Dunn dilemma. And what she's saying is that she stopped by her local Marshalls and spoke with an employee about where they keep their Rae Dunn, and she kindly told me that they are where they are usually located, and said, I'm sorry, we've already been wiped out today. As I was talking to her, trying to decide if it would be a waste of time trying to come in and find them, she told me that these shoppers come in lines, bombard the store, all looking for the same thing, Rae Dunn clay. To make matters worse, she also told me there's a big chance that we will no longer carry the product because of this issue. Wait, what? So she's upset. She's saying that there are collectors and there are shelf clearers. The difference is that collectors often look for themselves or maybe a few friends, right? Shelf clearers grab everything they can and then mark them up to ridiculous prices. Truth be told, they're probably not paying taxes on that extra income either. All the while, true collectors are left frustrated and discouraged. We want it to be fair for everyone, that we may all display this decor in our home and not see the greedy people get all the good luck. Let Rae Dunn love spread all around the world. And then she asked for stories to be put in, and there's 957 supporters of this. Okay, as you know, as recent as 7 hours ago, but 2 months ago up to, I believe it's 2 years ago. And one woman here from 2 months ago, Tracy W. But that's not our Tracy W. I've been collecting Rae Dunn for over 5 years. It's so frustrating to deal with everything you have stated in your petition. It happens all over the country. I resigned myself to stop being angry about upsellers because it happens with everything. My daughters collect Squishmallows, and if you think Rae Dunn is bad, you should check that one out. I work full time, and Rae Dunn is not my life. I don't wait in lines at store openings, and I've stopped going every day after work hoping to find something because more often than not I leave empty-handed. I'm lucky to have some pretty good Dunn buddies, but they have other DBs that they collect with as well, so it's hard. I have many times said, I give up. This isn't worth it. I'll stop for a while, and then I'll look at my beautiful collection and the joy it used to bring me, and I'll start again to find the same old, same old. Okay. So I did find that. Okay, I don't know. Jimmy, are we done with like the background noise?
Say it again, sweetheart.
Are you done with the background noise? Because it's really bad. It's really distracting to everyone here.
Sorry, sweetheart.
Okay. All right, so let's see now. So let me see if anybody's going to call in. If not, I will go to the next thing that I have until, let me see here. If any of our people got the email, all you have to do is email me. Okay, because I know I had some people that said they wanted to come on and talk about this, but I'm not sure. Please let me know if you emailed me. Otherwise, I know we had someone here in the chat. See, Scooter is actually nervous that she might start this. I told people about you today, Scooter. I told one woman, I said, yes, she's afraid she might start this because it might seem exciting to her. The thrill of the hunt, you know? And that's what happened. And look, Jay Bird says, it all started with the dog stuff for me, and then I got sucked in. I'm sorry I can't. Okay, it's okay, Jay Bird. You can talk to us here in the chat. That's fine. So it was the dog stuff that sucked you in? How long did you, what was the time frame you're talking about from being sucked in with the dog stuff to being there now collaborating with Disney? Are you kidding? Really? What are they going to do with Disney? I know that she's using a different lettering now. Is that correct? There's a different kind of lettering. It's more, it's a little bit flowy kind of and thicker. I've seen that. I saw something like pour. So Misty is trying to email. Good. Okay. Because I'm interested in, like I said, I never knew that. I knew some pieces were sought after, but I didn't realize to this extent. I didn't realize that it was this bad. Yes, they're collaborating with Disney. You've been collecting for about 3 years. You've spent thousands of dollars because now I know how to hunt and get the good stuff. So now you know. Do you have a hunting buddy, and do you have like were there local people that you hunted with or people that you met just with this stuff? Yeah, Misty, make sure you just follow. It's easy if you just copy and paste the email, because a lot of people end up putting .com or missing a letter. No, actually, they're doing the Disney Princess and Frozen, Frosty the Snow. So she's going to move in a different direction than just the lettering. And I do have a question. I saw in the group somebody said, I can't take any more of the LL mugs. What does that mean, LL mugs? Because I even tried to look at it online, and I was thinking, okay, things that end in LL, but they can't just mean that. You never heard of this, but you totally get it, Sassy. Yeah. You've heard of Rae Dunn, right, Sassy? Just not that it was like a cult-like following, right? Is that what you're saying? Now you're intrigued with it. We might be moving in the wrong direction. We might be creating a monster. Kim D says there is now. She's intrigued with the dog stuff. Okay. Deborah Gordon, yeah, welcome. A long letter? What is that? You sent me a long letter? Oh, long letter. Okay. So long letter is different than this? Hi, Why Wonder. You've never heard of it, Sassy. Okay, but Sassy, have you seen things like this in TJ Maxx or something? Is it really long, like the whole mug, or what is long letter? Because this is skinny letters, isn't it? They make a font. Now, I got to tell you something. If you have a Cricut, Sassy and you do, and many of you do, there you can go to font and look up skinny font, and you can get this font and put this on your own things, and you can make it say whatever you want with your Cricut. Look at the T in the thumbnail. That is LL. Michael Rae Dunn. Stop. It's large letter. Large letter. Do you mean the new stuff? The new stuff she's doing with the let me see if I can get it. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Large letter Rae Dunn would be, let me see here. I'm going to pull some stuff up, but this is, I saw the new kind, and it was, I actually have her Instagram up, I believe, don't I? Let me see here. Okay, I'm going to show you Rae Dunn, okay, who is bringing this very minimalist design, but that's exactly the opposite of what is happening, okay? Because it's leading to hoarding, right? Because some people said they're getting like, I can breathe again, getting rid of it. It was overwhelming them in every way possible. It was overwhelming them. Their children were saying that you picked Pottery over us, one of the ladies that I was reading. Okay, so this is Rae Dunn's Instagram, and you'll see here she's showing, you know, now she's got a toaster. It's moved into the toaster. It's moved into, you know, clothing, right? It's moved on to stones. Again, this is a lot of stuff you could do with your Cricut. You can put whatever you want. It's turned into, now I don't know whether she's actually selling these are just the decals. You could do that with, you don't need to get Rae Dunn. You can just put that right on with your Cricut, and you can make it anything you want on your blenders and things. You know, it's not a Rae Dunn appliance, I don't think. But you see how it's like, but see this becomes overwhelming when you realize this is just for Halloween. Okay, so think about taking all of that out, putting that in that hutch just for Halloween, and then having to clear it out. Okay, Misty, I will go get that. So, do you know what I mean? I mean, it's everywhere. But there is a new, it's on the clothing. And ironically, I believe one of my merchandise sweatshirts, the pineapple, has a skinny font on it. Okay, here's a different font. Right now you're seeing a little squiggle here on the O. This is a different type of font that she's fooling around with, right? And then, but Lisa D was like against this, just buying this to be funny, okay? And then, you know, I mean, I think everything with moderation, a few of these pieces, fine, but if it overwhelms your entire life and you, I don't know. Oh, and then she was telling this woman to hand wash everything just so it doesn't crack in the dishwasher or then spread it out. And she's like, I hand wash my clothing that I like. And I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm not going to hand wash all this stuff. And then there were issues I saw last night. People's mugs were cracking. And I'm like, what? You know, so then, and then she says, somebody says, well, what do you do if it cracks? And Rae Dunn says, well, then use it for display. What do you need cracked mugs on display? You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be cracking. Oh, and now she's making underwear, okay? Underwear and, you know, baby clothing, hangers, okay? Pool accessories, glasses, read more. Like you need the glass case to tell you to read more. But there's that other font I wanted to talk, like this font, this one that says hold is different. But she's all about, you know, getting out there. But yeah, getting out there because she has a lifestyle supported from this stuff. But it's not the minimalistic lifestyle that it's showing you. It's not. Okay? It's not. It's making people hoard stuff. And not only hoard stuff, not be nice to each other, to attack each other. So, you know, barbecue lines and just see how overwhelming this is. This is overwhelming because to get something out of there, that makes me nervous. And you know what? There are knockoffs. I almost said James Way. Walmart and the Dollar Tree, believe it or not, the Dollar Tree has something with this same font on one of these pieces. So the stuff is becoming knockoff at Walmart and there, but you've spent $40 on Monster Mug. I know, and I've seen it, and I was going to pull up the marketplace too to show, but this gets overwhelming. Please, Jessica Salas, don't hate me. Okay, now let me see if you've gotten your email in right. And I'll just, oh, you did. You got your email in right. Okay, perfect. I actually got 2. So let me I'm going to just respond to the latest one. I believe this is the right thing. Okay. Here we go. Okay, Misty. I sent that to you. So there's people recently, like a month ago, I became a big fan of your work. I love all your pieces. The loss of my oldest brother left me a bit broken. I also suffer from seeing the pain of my parents. Your pieces, now see, okay, they're helping her. That's great. If she finds help in that, more power to her. But it's easy, and I know, because I do retail therapy for my grief too, and believe me, I know, but it's easy to get into that when you're trying, when you are hurting. Okay, so let's hope that she's able to balance that. So let me close this out. Okay, and then let me see what I can have else here. Because I thought I had something maybe here. Let me see. Oh. So TikTok has made this even more nuts because there were TikTok videos that went viral showing these people rushing in and waiting outside So someone said the first time I ever did an opening shift for Marshalls, I was told by my manager to watch out for the Rae Dunn women. And I was like, what is a Rae Dunn woman? They basically told me that it was a group of women who go from store to store and they buy all the Rae Dunn items, then they upsell them online. It consists of a lot of paraphernalia. Says, I often have good luck spotting it at airports, department store racks, and that kind of local drugstore thing. Rae Dunn is one of these affirmations. Okay, but they're not usually sold there, but there's knockoff stuff I've seen in Walmart and even in the Dollar Tree. I've seen the little block that says stay humble. But here's the other thing. What was the other thing that I was going to say? I don't even know anymore. I was going to say something. I can't even remember what I'm going to say anymore. So there's no shortage of personality decor in the world. And then some woman said she spent over $15,000 in 6 months, went into serious debt. She says, oh, I know what I was going to say. See if I remember, I'm okay. I was asking the other woman that I was speaking to, do you think they purposely, do they manufacture very limited number of something, is something a limited collection that spurs this kind of hunt? Because people, let's face it, just like Scooter gets sucked into this, if you tell some people that something is rare, and especially if it's not expensive and it's rare, because you can have more people in the game. But if you hear something is highly sought after and it's attainable, the price is not so high, because if you find it, it's going to be, what, $5 or $6 for a mug in TJ Maxx. It can spur this excitement, and people like that excitement, just like when Cabbage Patch Kids and people were hunting around and on waiting lists, and they'd freak out if they found it, and it's a game. Jimmy gets that way when he's looking for a guitar or an amp. He loves the hunt so much. That's why I swear he goes out and gets another guitar, because it's the hunt that he likes. When he gets the thing, it doesn't usually live up to, and he wants that thrill, the adrenaline rush of the hunt. Okay, that's my own theory on that. And I think that's what a lot of musicians, why they buy so many instruments and amps and stuff, because it's the thrill of the hunt. Anyway. So she said, I don't think so. She said, I don't think that they are purposefully not making more of something than another. But now there are groups that give rants and raves about Rae Dunn. Things tend to get rowdy in there, so you better have your seat reserved and popcorn. Okay. Rae Dunn is a real woman living in the Bay Area who is a self-described classical pianist, painter, and frequent world traveler. She's been influenced by many cultures and artistic pursuits in her designs. She said, when I first started, my pottery teacher was like, smooth those out. You want it to be perfect. And she said, I don't want it to be perfect. Oh, here we go. Here's Misty. Okay, we're going to hear from a real life person. Hi, Misty. Hi, Misty. I think you're on. I'll ask you to unmute so that.
Hi there. I think I'm unmuted now.
Yeah, you are. So tell us when you got into this and what your journey was like.
So it started about 2 years ago. My daughter, who was in elementary school at the time, she told me that she needed a gift for her school teacher. And the only instruction she gave me was that her teacher liked chocolate. So I was walking through Marshalls and I saw a mug, just a plain, simple white mug that said Cocoa. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. This is literally perfect. And I thought it was really cute. I considered keeping it for myself, but we wrapped it and we gifted it to our teacher. And it literally all started there.
It all started there?
Yeah. Then I thought, oh my God, what is this? Like, what is this I looked at the manufacturer, it was Rae Dunn. I looked online and I was like, oh, there's literally a world of it. And then I became a little bit more mindful of it when I would shop at Marshall's. I realized that they also sold it at TJ Maxx and Home Goods. And then the collection started. Then I started collecting all the mugs with all the words, all the seasons, all the occasions. And now I've been collecting for the last 2 years.
And how much do you think you've spent on this stuff?
Easily, I would say easily over $5,000. I don't know if it's gotten close to 10,000, but I'd say somewhere between 5 and 10,000. And now most of that is because I've bought a lot of items, not at retail, but from what they call upsellers, the folks that go into the stores and purchase with the intention of making a profit off of the collectors.
Yeah, I saw one of the people in that group, and she was saying that something happened, and I guess she said she was doing really well, and then there was like, what is it, Depop? Is it Depop or?
Yeah, Depop and Macari are like the two biggest, besides like the Rae Dunn groups that you join on Facebook. Those are the two platforms where you can resell items, and those are like the two most popular for Rae Dunn collectors.
Okay, because she said something came up like candy cane seller. So I don't know what she said, candy cane seller. She said,
yeah,
I don't know, she did something, but whatever she did, I guess she purchased something that probably is about 18 times at least the price that it really was. And she said her husband was furious with her and she doesn't know how she did this and, you know, really getting upset. So it really is a real addiction, right? It can be a real addiction for some people.
Yeah, I very quickly went down the Rae Dunn rabbit hole. I went from, you know, just casually shopping when I would be with friends or when I would just, you know, just shop. And then it went to, I became one of those crazy people that were at the openings and I was there and I had to be first in line. I was never the person who ran to the back of the store and I never pushed anybody, you know, I still remained respectful, but it was important to me to be there. And it was important that I find things. I was actually stopping at the stores multiple times a day if it was my day off. And sometimes even on my way to work. And like I had mentioned, I had opened a credit card behind my husband's back and I maxed it out very quickly, which, you know, the bills stack up very quickly when you're buying a $6 mug online for $30, $40 and then plus the shipping. It adds up very, very quickly.
Yeah, it does. And so now are you weeding out? You're in the rehab group? Are you weeding out?
I am. I've been in the Rae Dunn rehab group now for about a year and I'm dialing back. I've gone through my collection big time. I've gone through 2 big scale backs, I guess you could say, where I just literally, I have so much of it. I can't even keep it all in my home. I keep it organized in bins by seasons or occasions and it becomes very overwhelming to rotate it. Like right now I've taken down all of my Halloween and I have a storage container, a 70-gallon storage container in my kitchen that has 45 to 50 mugs. And this is so many.
That was just for fall? That was just for Halloween?
That was just for Halloween. Those are just the Halloween mugs. And those are just the mugs. And I still have about 10 of them on display in my corner cabinet for like fall / harvest. And then I still have Christmas bins. I have, you know, Valentine's, all sorts of things. But a lot of those, like I had mentioned, I had scaled back about twice. I brought all of this stuff home. And when I laid it all out in my kitchen and over pouring into my living room, I realized like, oh my God, like this is absolutely out of control. I returned some of the things to the store for store credit, sold a lot of things locally to the people who just started collecting and made back some of my money, but nowhere near what I've spent.
Okay, because that was the one thing I saw people returning stuff from they were returning stuff from 3 years ago. I didn't even know the stores would take that back, but they were returning were they the one bags and bags? I would be scared. I'm shy, kind of not shy. People in different things. I'm not shy to speak anymore, obviously, but shy in the sense that if I'm out and I have to bring something back. I would never go in there with like
Mm-hmm.
5 cartloads of things. So I'd be like, they're going to tell me to get the heck out of here. Like, what are you doing?
Okay.
So,
And it
yeah.
definitely, I guess the policy is it can be determined on a store to store basis. So I've actually tried to return things from Marshall's to the store, and they said no, where TJ Maxx took everything back as long as it had the original price tag on it. Now they won't give you cash, but they will give you store credit. So I think I've definitely come across like the stores that won't take anything back, but it was nerve-wracking because I had all of these seasons worth. I mean, we're talking it's early fall and I'm taking back Easter and very clearly out of season. And they were very much on to like what I was doing. You know, this is something that I had changed my mind about, something I no longer liked. And I think to a degree, the workers to these stores, they're definitely on to the Rae Dunn game. They know what we do. They know what we think. They know like the rush of finding the items and then the regret and then bringing it back.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah, I've seen people like, because that's what I'm thinking. They're getting a store credit. That's what I said last night. I said, what if they get a new addiction with that store credit and get into something else? But some, like people were buying furniture like TV stands and stuff with their store credits, and then I saw there was there was a lot of people that said they got new puppies. And I said, oh gosh, I hope that, like, do you trade one addiction for another if it really is that? Like, if you really enjoy that thrill of the hunt. And did you have buddies? Did you have a buddy that you hunted with?
I did.
You
Yep.
did?
One of my closest friends, I actually met through Rae Dunn, and I didn't even realize that she was local. We were in a lot of the same groups on Facebook, and she had clicked on my profile and realized that we were local to each other. And I would shop for her, or when I was out at the store, I would send her pictures and vice versa. And then that's a lot of why I have such a large collection for Halloween this year, because I had a Rae Dunn buddy. But you meet a lot of people who, and I always say this, who want a buddy but don't want to be a buddy. So it creates a lot of bad tension and animosity amongst the Rae Dunn folks, because you feel very betrayed. You spend your time buying for these people and shipping if they don't live close, they don't reciprocate the effort, the energy.
Okay, so it's that kind of a buddy. It's not like you're going out together.
No, I mean, we have at times we've met up.
Yeah.
Typically, like when we're exchanging our items, like when I'm meeting up with her, I usually have like 5 or 6 bags of things that I bought for her, and she has her things that she bought for me. And then we'll like shop together at the same time. But typically it's done individually, separately. So that way it increases the chances of finding something.
Right, because I was going to say it's funny because we have we do arts and crafts, and so we have napkins, like really nice napkins from Germany we hunt for, and they're not expensive, but some people can't find them. And my girlfriend and I, who's on Long Island, the first time we met in person, we went into a store, and we thought there was just one package, and like we always share our napkins anyway because there's like 40 in there. Well, I grabbed the package and I said, oh my gosh, there's only one. Don't make me have to kill you for it. And she said, you would kill me for it? She goes, I would split them with you. And I said, oh, what am I thinking? I would split them with you too. And I'm thinking, but if you guys are going for Rae Dunn and it's really that you really wouldn't want somebody, because if one of you found like this coveted item.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to feel bad.
It's happened. Where something that I know she's wanted, something and I found, and we both wanted, and then you kind of have to figure out like, am I going to do the morally right thing and give this to my friend, or am I going to keep it for myself? And I've seen people get in arguments online where they've seen on their Dunn buddies, like, sharing, or posting something for sale, an item that they didn't share with their buddy. And it gets very, very nasty. People get
I can say that.
Very invested, and they get very angry. Tempers flare very quickly.
Yeah. And somebody say there's a lot of drama in the other groups, like the collecting groups. And is that sources of drama? Like if people have something and they won't sell it, or they,
Yes. And true story. I actually, last year, it was my first Christmas collecting, and I found it was a small wooden ceramic. It was a ceramic cellar with a wooden top, and it said candy canes. And I didn't realize this was the first year that this item was available. And I found it in a set. It was the candy cane cellar.
What is
and
this
it had,
yeah, what is that? That's what the lady was mentioning that got her in trouble. What is this candy cane cellar?
it's like I don't know how to explain it. Almost like it's bigger than a bowl, bigger than a mug, but it's like a little storage container where you would put maybe flour or sugar, something that you would set out.
It's like a container?
Yes, yeah, it's a
Okay,
container.
all right.
Mm-hmm. And so it has the instead of like the canisters that have the ceramic tops, these are much smaller. So they're intended to keep out on like a countertop or maybe at like a coffee bar or something. And so this cellar was new and I didn't realize it. And I had purchased 2 of them, one for myself and one to trade, because that's also like a very valid means of getting what you want in Rae Dunn. You know, each hot new item that comes out has a certain value, and you use that value to get items that are no longer in stores. So my thought was, I'm going, I'll buy 2, keep one for myself. I had posted one in one of the Rae Dunn groups, and I had within 24 hours received over 200 messages, private messages from people who I did not know. And they were asking me to sell it, give it away. I heard sob stories from my house burnt down and Rae Dunn makes me happy to, Christmas was my beloved daughter's favorite season and this would make me happy, to, literally, I will pay you hundreds of dollars. I ended up selling the set for $300, one of the sets for $300. And I received threatening messages when I told some of the people that I wasn't looking to sell, that when before I had decided I was going to sell, I received a lot of threatening messages, a lot of really nasty messages from people on the internet, just because they wanted this item.
Oh, yeah.
And this was the first that I guess I was the first person to find one that had posted amongst the Rae Dunn groups. And I would never want to be in that situation again. That was absolutely out of control.
Yes, that is what that's that item that I saw in that group. I didn't know didn't know what a candy cane. That's exactly what she said got her in all this trouble, was this candy cane cellar. It's well, somebody just said they've collected Longaberger. So did I, Harley Girl, and but I was able to have the parties. Longaberger is much more expensive, so I think I would have the parties, get the hostess gifts, but I didn't go, I wasn't online scouring everything in between the parties. I could control myself with that. So I was just not aware, but I think it's because of the price point being so low. If you can find it where it's attainable to a lot of people, right? And so that's the hunt. You're running around to these stores, but there were people that said that on their vacations, they just would look like how many TJ Maxx stores are on our route, and having fights with their family because they were not enjoying the vacation, but they were dropping their family off at the beach or whatever they were. And they were just saying, I'm just going to hit a few TJ Maxx stores and I'll be back.
Oh yeah, I've done that. I've spent, what could have been quality time with my family. Literally exactly what you just said. We went to Atlantic City on an impromptu trip, day trip to the beach, and we left really early in the morning. And, it kind of started as a joke, I wonder where the closest Marshall is, or where TJ Maxx is. And I literally felt the compulsion to stop at the ones that I saw, and I sought them out, and we stopped. My husband, who, just wants me to be happy and wants to, to get along and have peace in our little world, was supportive. But it's been the stem of a lot of issues too, because you see these items, they come out and you feel like you need them and you have to hunt for them because they are so reasonably priced, $6 for a mug and, $15 for measuring cups. And you're like, oh, I need that. And then you rope in your family and, you're spending that quality time hunting and searching, and a lot of times coming up empty handed. And it gets you in trouble very quickly.
Yeah, it does. And so then like your husband, like I know I can really see my husband. If I had something like this, he would be. I know how he would be. He would be out hunting too, like because he, like I said, he loves the thrill of the hunt of anything, and like he'll even buy like napkins for decoupage or something, or look for some. So I think if I was ever into that, it would be really dangerous because he would be joining on. Have you ever seen a lot of husbands and wives that got into the thing together?
I know that there are a lot of couples out there that do. I actually was in a store once where a lady had brought out what they call the tanks. The tanks are the big carts that they use that are stocked with all the boxes that they open to stock, and this gentleman had run in and he was on his cell phone with his wife. And he said to the worker, he said, I have my wife on the phone. He said, can I just see what's in that box, before she even got a chance to open it? And she just stepped aside, and he said, okay. And he was telling her, oh, this is what it is. It's a mug that looks like this and da, da, da. And she said, no, I don't want that. What else do they have? And he was, getting things for her. I do see some couples out together. And through the, 2 years of collecting, you kind of eye up who's who and who's together and who shops together. And yeah, sometimes they do. Sometimes you do see husbands out there with their wives, but a lot of times you see gentlemen out there who've caught on that this is easy money, that they can buy the items. If they hang out long enough, they're going to bring it out eventually. And if they're just there at the right moment and they can snatch it up, they can sell it for 4, 5, sometimes 10 times the value on Macari or Depop or Marketplace, or even the Rae Dunn groups. A lot of the exchanges go on in those groups.
But how do you know what is going to be the hot item? Who makes that list of like these hot items? Or
that is a great question. And sometimes, now that believe it or not, I say this with 45 mugs on my floor. Now that I'm not so obsessively shopping, because believe me, it was way worse. I can honestly say, I don't know. I don't know. It's just the people. It's the people amongst the groups that decide, because the items are always the same. Like each store gets a certain number of mugs. Each store gets a certain number of these items or those items. Certain items are more limited, like the measuring cups. I think each store gets like 4 or 5 or something like that, depending upon what's determined. I guess it depends on like if you live in a city, if you live more in like a country area, and the amount of foot traffic that comes through the stores. It's sad that I even know this, but over the years from talking to the workers, like you gain this knowledge. But yeah, it's all based on the groups and the people that are purchasing. The people, as soon as they say or make a comment on like a magenta post or a Rae Dunn post of a item that's coming out soon, like a soon to be released item, as soon as someone says, oh, I need that makes it like desirable.
Yeah,
that
it does. Yeah.
Tenfold. You need to have it then. And
right.
It's just the people who decide. And the second they all decide that this isn't worth it anymore is when it's all going to crumble, and you're not even going to be able to get half of what you spent for your collection.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, exactly. When it moves on to something else. And there are different lines. I mean, sometimes she has like the bees on them, and then sometimes there's like these gnomes. So it's not just all the letters. But some people, the words become overwhelming is one thing that I saw on there for people.
Mm-hmm.
After
Absolutely.
a while, they said, I'm looking at all these words in my house, and my head is swimming, and they're feeling such a lightness when they got it out. And they're showing what they replace it with. And sometimes it's simple as like mason jars, clear ones that hold their flour and stuff. And it's just freeing for them, right?
Absolutely. When I brought everything in, the word that we like to use is purge. When I did my first purge and I got rid of everything, I physically felt just like a sense of relief. And going through my decorations, like, last year, this time, I would have been at the store 2-3 times a day looking for mugs and mugs with toppers and canisters so I could line them all up all over the place. And this, fast forward a year, I buy more simplistic things because the letters become so overwhelming. That's absolutely true. You just start to feel like your decor is closing in around you. And it's so much work, just rotating those bins and pulling it all out, and you have to make sure it doesn't break. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort.
Yeah, like that one hutch that was on her Instagram filled with all that stuff. And that's the thing, right? Most of the collector's stuff is filled because they're buying so much of it. So it's very cluttered collection, right? It's like bowls, and everything stacked in there. To dust it or take it out to put something back is like probably a feat of like a circus, performer to get in there and get all that stuff out. So it's just the whole look of that can be really overwhelming for people.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I know for me personally, and some of the people that I have met, I have a local friend. She thinks that I'm absolutely crazy because I don't, and a lot of people don't. They don't use their items for their practical intended use. Like they don't use their mugs to drink out of. They don't use their canisters to hold whatever, is labeled on the front. I use my items just strictly for decor.
Really?
Now,
Wow.
I do have one or two here that I have like K-cups in or, what have you, but I don't have sugar in my sugar. Like I don't have flour in my flour.
So they're just on your countertop empty?
They're just sitting there for display. Yeah, they're just to complete the set. And that's when you see those, those hutches that are full, a lot of them are just to complete the set. They have to have a certain number, or like you mentioned with the bee line that she does every spring. She releases like a new amount of items, and you just feel like you have to have them all to complete the set. When you have them stocked up in a hutch like that, you don't even see all of them because they just start to, stack on top of each other and just over top of each other. You don't even see them. So it's very overwhelming.
Well, yeah, because it is a feeling of like overwhelmingness, and then the letters and everything does seem to close in on you. But every like big collector I've seen has their hutches or whatever they put to display stacked like that. You don't see like a minimalistic design of it, just a few things. It's like overboard.
And that's so ironic because most of the people that you talk to, and for myself especially, the thing that appeals about Rae Dunn is simplistic, minimalistic.
But it leads to hoarding, right?
Yes, but then it kind of spirals, and then you're like, oh my gosh, when you realize that this is the opposite of how you got into it, I think that's when you join like a group like Rae Dunn Rehab, and then you realize you're not alone. Yeah. And you see the TikToks of the workers, and what they're saying is almost hurtful because it's true. You're the crazy person standing in line waiting for the store to open, and it really is it is like a lifestyle. It's like this huge obsession, and you sit back one day and just think, oh my God, how did I get here? Like, right. And for me, it all started with the hunt for a gift for my daughter's teacher.
Yeah, that's just strange because like I said, I love mugs, but her mugs that were just they weren't colored inside or anything, they just didn't appeal to me. And that's why I have 3 mugs, but I just bought them as if I would buy any other mug. Like just like the eclecticness. I never got into that I had to have everything. And I bought a gnome, like a stuffed gnome. I didn't even know it was hers until I think I got it home. And then I saw the tag said Rae Dunn, and I'm like, Rae Dunn makes gnomes? But it was just because it had a little heart that said love on it. So, but it's not because it was Rae Dunn that I got it. And I think that's like about it. But I've never we were just joking about it. I mean, a few months ago with my friend out in Long Island, and she was saying she was buying the stuff just to make her son angry because her son said, I can't stand that stuff that tells you what you have to do. Wash, dry, pour. And so she buys little things like that just to annoy him. Mm-hmm. But
I have a coworker who collects too, and it's funny because she had someone over for dinner, and they made a comment about how it's like a kindergarten classroom, and I've always said that is like the perfect way to describe it. It's just like a kindergarten classroom. Everything's labeled, chair, sink, door, and she now has expanded out into clothing and glasses and. I think magenta sheets, really went crazy.
Yeah, I saw sheets, towels.
Underwear also.
Nail decals. Yeah, somebody they had a meme or something of this is what it's gonna. look like, and they had everybody's cabinet doors. I guess they had these decals for them of everything that was in the cabinet.
Yeah.
Like in that skinny lettering on the cabinet door itself. And oh my gosh, like cups, bowls, dishes, trash. Yeah. It's just.
And now the appliances, blend and.
Yeah. But are those decals or are they her appliances?
They're actually, I don't know who manufactures the appliances, but it's all manufactured.
Oh, they are. They are actual appliances, not just a decal.
Yeah, it is actually Rae Dunn. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. And at one point, like we've seen it with almost any collection, after a while they go, oh, nobody's collecting that anymore, like somebody was saying. And then the bottom falls out because, everybody's like into this minimalistic stuff, especially like the millennials and everything. They don't want anything. They don't want any of these collections that their parents or their grandparents had. And so you're seeing like stuff from then that, I mean, is worth a lot of money selling for nothing because these new generations don't want it.
Yeah.
They want to live very minimalistic, but this is funny because this is supposed to be like this simple minimalistic design, but it's creating a whole bunch of hoarders.
It definitely causes a lot of chaos. And I think for me, I realized, oh my gosh, I have to get rid of this. And even if it wouldn't have been like a freeing kind of weight off my shoulders, I think I probably would have been way more upset not getting back what I put into it as far as financially, because there's people that believe that this is going to keep going forever, like, Rae Dunn, but it's just like every trend, it's going to die out eventually.
It does, yeah.
So you got to kind of go through it and you become emotionally attached to some of these things. And people talk about this in the Rae Dunn rehab a lot. I narrowed it down, they'll say I narrowed my collection down to a couple things that I just couldn't part with because I feel emotionally attached to, because it has a purpose. Like you mentioned, like the "You Are My Sunshine" mug. Yeah. I have that because I'd sing that to my daughter, right. And, things like that you become emotionally attached to. And especially like those hard to find items that you spent so much money on. When it all comes down to it, the retail is still $6. I might have spent $40 on the card, right. But it's still a $6 mug. And when the bottom all falls out, I'm going to be left with a bunch of ceramic that's going to be absolutely worthless. And there's been times where I've been in like a financial bind and I've posted some of the hard to find items that I've had to cover the rut that I've gotten into from collecting Rae Dunn, which is ironic and sad and absolutely, embarrassing on many levels, but it really truly is, it's an obsession and it is, I would say, a cult.
Yeah, it's a cult. That's not a cult, but here's the other thing. I have two other questions. So have you seen the knockoff stuff now? They're coming out with like in Walmart and
absolutely. Yeah.
Right?
I've seen it kind of everywhere. People make things on Etsy and sell privately. There's a girl who's known for kind of coming, how Rae Dunn is like this wholesome,
right. There's
love,
stuff,
joy.
Yeah.
And then there's people that kind of like have taken
really
the different angle.
Yeah.
And with like, kind of like the bad words and, Magenta has slapped her with a lawsuit now. So, but yes, really? You do see stuff everywhere. And, even at Target, they have like their own little, very simple.
Even at Dollar Tree, like that Stay Humble, that little square. I saw one of those at Dollar Tree for $1. So it's like, and it looked just like. I'm like, wow, that looks just like it. Okay, but it's there. And the other thing I was going to say to you about the knockoffs and something about the groups. I think, do you find like people, if you're in one of the collecting groups and you start to say, oh, I'm going to thin out my collection, do you face a lot of backlash from the people in there that are like, no, don't say that, because they don't want it to end and they don't want people in there that are looking to like, or maybe even feel like they're leading people to abandon it?
I feel that when people mention that they're looking to get rid of items or they're willing, like they're at the point where they're done collecting, people are still so wrapped up in it. Like there are people who are just hopping on board and they just need to get everything. I feel that it's more so people need to they're greedy. They will ask right away, oh, do you have this, 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 and this? And they'll send you their list of their in search of list, which is what they call it.
Yeah.
My ISO, in search of items. And, they flood you right away. I saw a poor woman who was talking about how she had finally broke. She was at the point where, she was tired of arguing with her spouse, and her home didn't even look like her home anymore. And she felt very overwhelmed, and she was asking for advice. What is the best, simplest way to get rid of all this? How can I organize all this? What's your advice? And not one person, there were over 100 comments, and I literally had to count them, because not one comment gave her solid advice on how to get rid of her items. They were all a bunch of greedy collectors hounding her. Do you have this? Do you have that? And I just could not believe the selfishness. That was not her intention. And you find that it is like a common denominator in these groups. And if you don't find yourself stepping away because of the overwhelming, sense of your house is closing in around you, all the words, then you definitely step away because of the folks and how they treat each other. So like disposable, like literally trampling on you in stores. I've heard of women and people, collectors, taking things out of people's carts when they turn. It gets very out of control, and especially online, because online, you're indestructible. You can be a warrior, a keyboard warrior, and you can say whatever and just bash people over cheap ceramic. Honestly, cheap ceramic. It's very upsetting. It's a lot of why I dialed back, and separated myself from the Rae Dunn.
Yeah. And I wonder, like in the rehab group, when you have so many people, like, do you get people that are really not into the rehab, but they found out like you guys are purging, and that they kind of sneak in there and see if you're getting rid of certain things, and then kind of.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have people that are newer, and they do warn you when you join the group that they will not tolerate that. But, people find a way. They send you a private message, and they'll say, hey, check your inbox. And I've had that plenty of times. People catch on, and they're like, oh, I know you're willing to get rid of it, so let me snatch it up. But this particular group, the Rae Dunn Rehab, they don't tolerate that. They kick people out, because it really truly is a support group. And I think it is people that are very serious about, I have an issue, and like, I need support getting over this. And who better to turn to than to other people who are going through it? Because if you tell somebody you have a cabinet or a storage unit filled with 300 mugs, they're going to think you're crazy. So,
well, here, like people are saying, I know you can't see the chat. I told you that we have a lot of collectors in here of various things. And someone is saying, tell Misty she's not alone. I buy far too many clothes, or people collect dolls, or they collect vintage toys. And so they know it. Yeah. That you can get on, in the collectors thing. We have a lot of collectors here, and we find out people like true crime collecting certain things. And so it's just funny. But when I saw this, and I asked anybody, and we started going down a rabbit hole and not realizing just, how deep this went.
Yeah, I had no idea. It all started, like I said, I had no idea what was out there. And I was looking for something, all I was given was my teacher likes hot chocolate. And I saw a mug and thought, oh my gosh, this is cute. And from there, it just went downhill.
Yeah. And the other thing I was going to ask you about, gosh, I just said it. I'm losing my mind tonight. This internet going out is making me nuts. But I was going to ask you about the rabbit hole going down. Rae Dunn. You're getting rid of your stuff. Oh, did you ever have to get a storage unit? You never had to go that far. You did?
Yeah, I actually do. I live in an apartment with my husband, and I have 2 children, and the seasonal decor is absolutely out of this world now that I've started collecting Rae Dunn. And, we used to just have the storage unit for, bicycles or, the Christmas tree, things you can't just like stash away in a closet. And now it is completely overrun with bins. If I had to guess, now I just this week bought 3 new bins for my new Halloween thing. the new Halloween items that I acquired this season. And I actually need to get another one. And I think I have like 2 in storage that I actually didn't use this year. I truly only really collect now Christmas and Halloween. I don't do, St. Patty's Day, Valentine's Day, Easter, any of that anymore. Halloween seems to be the biggest holiday, and then second to Christmas, following Halloween. And but yes, I think I probably have about 12 to 15 storage containers, and in my storage unit. Yes, I do have a storage unit, and that is about 70-80% full of Rae Dunn.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Because when you factor in that, if people have to start renting storage units, then that's even more, right? To hold their whole collection.
It gets you in trouble. And I've connected with people through the Rae Dunn Rehab that, like me, they've opened secret credit cards and they've maxed them out and they found themselves in trouble. I've
that's
read
financial
stories of
infidelity,
people.
right? Yeah, because it's it is. Yeah, it's a big thing, right? Especially if it's. I mean, it's like a lack of trust, and then I saw like a lot of people in there. Wasn't just some people go like I say I'm addicted to mugs. I'm trying to be a minimalist. I say it jokingly but I can stop at 2 mugs. Like it's not gotten to craziness, but I mean I could see maybe there could be something that you collect and you go nuts, and we have people in here that have gone nuts over certain things, like little miniature things or auctions. Like I almost got taken away by going to auctions like years back, and just or like really vintage toys or seeing something, and it's easy. I mean, you can easily go over it. You have to really pull yourself back, but with a lot of people can relate to it.
Absolutely. Yeah. It gives you a sense of thrill. You're seeking, you're literally, you're hunting, it's just like hunting for anything. You're a sense of seeking out and finding. And when you find it, I've already been to the stores where they've had nothing. I have found no Rae Dunn, no new mugs, no new ceramics for weeks. And then you finally see something, and it might not even be something you want, but you feel this impulsion to buy it because you don't know if you're going to see something again. So you snatch it up, and then you end up with this huge, this huge hoarding problem. And then that's when it becomes overwhelming.
What I do, I find helps when you get to that point, I take a picture of it just to show that because I think a lot of people, like you said, want to say, look what I found. Okay. And then everybody go, ooh, lucky you. Right. But if you take a picture or even a video, right, when you're in the store, and then you show that, well, it was there, but you didn't necessarily have to buy it. Yeah. Because sometimes, that will be enough for me. And, that's it. But it's funny because I know what you mean. You might think, well, is that the mug that's going to be so sought after and I'm going to be so lucky to have it, right? And everybody's going to be like, ooh, because I think that's a lot too, like just having the excitement, everybody saying, oh, you're so lucky you found that, right?
Yeah. You don't know. And sometimes like you keep up on the accounts and you keep up with, like on Instagram and you keep up on Macari. So what's going for more, and that kind of helps fuel looking for things too. That goes back to when you ask, how do things become popular? Who decides? And when you find something and you're like, what, I've never seen this before. I don't know. And then you feel conflicted. Do I buy it? Do I leave it? Is this going to be worth something? Is this going to get me the thing that I want that, is no longer in stores? And it is wild. It's definitely wild.
I appreciate you coming on and telling your story. You gave us
Absolutely.
a lot. Yeah, everybody was really enjoying it and, asking a lot of questions. There's a few others, but I appreciate it because we really didn't know that it was like that.
It's a whole world.
It's a whole world.
It's a whole world. And there's it even goes a step deeper. I think there's the online buying portion of it too, and that can really become, the stores that sell the items, they also sell online. Home Goods just started selling Rae Dunn online.
Oh, really? Rae Dunn online? Oh boy.
There's a whole process to it too. The items sell out very quickly, just like if you were there when they pull it out on the shelves. And there's people that actually spend hours, if not days, decoding the SKU system, like their SKU system, the number system they use for the items, just to figure out which numbers are going to be assigned to Rae Dunn. And they figured out by like adjusting the numbers, like fooling around with the numbers, and they write it down and they adjust it, a number more, and then they, see what the preview picture is. And they're like, okay, this item's going to come out in 6 months or whenever for the next season. And having those numbers make the items available to you before they become available to the public. And people figured this out. And I've actually, I've followed accounts where people will sell that information to people because they're so desperate to get the items. There was a group where you could join. $50 a month was the membership, and they would give you the links to that, from decoding their number system. It goes even deeper. Yeah.
That's like a hacking system. Yeah.
Yeah.
And finding out, and there's probably people that get really friendly with the managers and stuff, probably. Right.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I've known folks personally who have become, buddies with the staff and have exchanged telephone numbers. And that's the thing that a lot of people suspect happens, but unless you know somebody, it's suspected that a lot of store managers are in cahoots with like the upsellers, that they're getting paid, and you meet people and you talk to people through the groups that say, oh yeah, I know somebody, or I have a friend who, and this stuff definitely happens. You have workers who are willing to send a text to somebody if they a little bit, compensation, like, oh, we're bringing the items out now. And it really gets very deep, very deep, very dark.
I wonder how many, some of them probably have maybe taken a job at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, right? Maybe
it's my understanding. Yeah, I think a lot of people, do that to gain information, if not items. And and to figure out when do they bring the stuff out, or what days, or, to gain information. It's my understanding that it's gotten to the point where the stores crack down on the employees, that you're not allowed to purchase Rae Dunn if you're working. You're not allowed to hold items for yourself. But that doesn't stop you from messaging somebody.
A friend, right? Yeah. Like you come on in. Yeah. We're going to put this out. Yeah.
And that's one of the things that collectors suspect happens, because, and people will say, that there's dirty managers, or there's dirty workers that, do this kind of stuff, and they complain to the corporates, and, but what are they going to do? How do you prove that? You sound like a crazy Rae Dunn person.
Then, Karen, a crazy Karen. Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
That's oh my gosh, that's interesting. I never knew all this stuff with the Rae Dunn. Like I said, I just knew there were a few mugs, and I thought they were mostly the Halloween mugs that were sought after. But I wouldn't know what's hot or what's not, to see if my luck, I'd get the wrong thing, and nobody would want it. So it's I just kind of buy what I like, and that's it. So if it jumps out to me, but. Now, you probably will. A lot of people in here are saying oh my gosh, this makes me want to go shopping. When does TJ Maxx open? When does Marshall's open? What's the hot thing? And I guarantee you, because there's a lot of people in here that collect stuff, and I think we unleashed a monster.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, my advice would be just, stay level, because if you have a budget, stick to it. Don't go above it. Don't, it gets out of control very quickly, before you find yourself spending savings or utility bill money or what have you, and you dig yourself into a hole very quickly, and it really gets out of control. It's wild.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that group. Yeah, I think maybe that people, before they start collecting, should go into a group like that, just to see the dark side of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before they start collecting, just hear the stories of what's happened to people, because it's kind of like gambling. Somebody might say, "Oh, I like the thrill of going to Atlantic City to go to the slot machines," but then when you see the people that have ruined their entire lives with it, it can easily, right, go the other way. So it's like everything, moderation in everything, eating, whatever you do,
Yeah.
is moderation. But yeah, so I think
Absolutely.
that would be eye opening for any collector to see the downsides of it with it, whatever they collect.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's like you mentioned, years ago it was like long burger baskets and stuff. And I actually have a couple in my house too.
Yeah.
And I have no doubt that the Rae Dunn craze will fizzle out eventually too. I already see that, she's changing up a lot of her things, like whether it's the font, she's coming out with different lines. And I'm seeing it more in my store, like my local store, which is normally empty, which I normally can't find anything. And I have to go to like bigger areas, the bigger cities to find things. There's things that are sitting on the shelves and they're making it to the clearance rack because people aren't buying them.
Right.
She's changing up a lot of her things, whether she's adding color or she's adding these toppers. A lot of people love them. A lot of people hate them. A lot of people prefer that she gets back to the basic, her basic true roots versus like, she's working with Disney now. That's like a whole thing. So I see people who are getting frustrated because they just want the plain white mugs and they want, more measuring cups. And then you have people who are coming on board when they kind of like all the kind of crazy stuff that she's coming out with, but I feel like that just kind of oversaturates the market then,
Yeah. Cause it's like, I don't know, we have a girlfriend who likes Mackenzie Child, but that stuff is expensive. And unless you're a billionaire, you're not going to be able to hoard it like anything like this. So maybe it's better in a way to have a more expensive, just like with Longaberger. See, that's the thing with Longaberger now, with the baskets and stuff coming down where you can go on Marketplace and you're like, oh my gosh, that basket used to be $500.
Yeah.
And it's like $20 and you're like, oh my gosh, right? You just got to get that because you knew when it was $500, right? And at least there's a lot of art in those baskets. Okay. So I still love the baskets, even though it doesn't matter to me that if someone says, they're not sought after, but if I see like a $500 basket and it's $20, I'll get it,
Yeah.
But with like this stuff, it's not like that. It was never very high end to begin with. But
No.
So with Mackenzie Child, like people can't afford to get one or two pieces. And sometimes they can't even afford one or two pieces. And our girlfriend will say, we'll get one piece and then you can get like certain pieces that kind of go with it, but it's not all the thing. So maybe you're better off really having a very expensive thing you collect because it'll limit you because you just can't do it, and it's not at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, right? So I think the danger comes in the price point being low.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's easy to get into, like, because it is so cheap. But I did know through this last Halloween season, which, like I had mentioned, is like the #1 selling season for Rae Dunn. That's like her hot prime time. They increased the prices for online, and I had asked a manager at, do you know why this mug is selling in stores for $6, but online it's selling for $15, almost $20. And they said, yeah, they're actually trying to combat the folks that are buying out all of the mugs online. They think by raising the prices, it will stop people from buying out all of the items. So there's something was leaked. It's actually a preview for next Halloween, and the prices for the Rae Dunn items from this year to next year are supposed to double. Like your standard $6 mug or your $10 mug with a topper is supposed to go up to close to $20. And I don't know if there's actual truth to these prices, but I wouldn't put it past someone to have found this somehow, online with everything that they do to, find the item numbers before they go live for the websites. And a lot of people are saying if the items become this expensive, if they increase the prices, I'm going to stop collecting. Like that will definitely be what does it for me. Like that's when I'm done as soon as they increase the prices. And I've seen a lot of people actually kind of trickle trickle away from it, because it is kind of off-putting when you're spending $20 for a mug that you used to be able to buy for 6.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I wonder like how many people now, if there's somebody going, "Oh my gosh, I think my sister-in-law gave me a mug like that. I've got to find it. Maybe it's
Yeah.
rare, and I'll sell it," because there's people there saying that they like to sell, and some people are like, I think there's people that have never heard of Rae Dunn until last night when
Yeah.
we went through it. So it's interesting because when you're on the hunt for it, you probably think, because it's like with anything, when you're going in the store for something, don't you think everybody you're going in with is going in for that same thing?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
and,
You
and
look at
half of them have
everyone.
no idea, right? They're like,
Yeah.
what? No.
Yeah.
But
One of my coworkers, she knew that I collected Rae Dunn, and she snapped me a picture of her grandmother had a birdhouse hanging outside, and I don't even remember the word that was on it, chirp or tweet or something, and it had a little bird on the back and a nest, and here it was like a first edition, like one of the first years Rae Dunn put out Pottery. This was like 1,000 now, resale value over $1,000.
wow.
And she just had this birdhouse hanging outside, using it for its practical intended use. And I had saved it, and I had shared it on one of my Rae Dunn groups, and the women just lost their minds. They were like, "And this is just outside in the sun and the rain," and I'm like, "Yep," that literally the women just lost their minds.
Oh
They
my
could not
gosh.
believe it, because people don't know. If you know, and if you don't, good for you, because you don't want to know.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. And you know what I was going to say? Some of this stuff, because when I went on Mercari, there was like a teapot when I was doing stuff for the thumbnail at $800.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the stuff is going way up, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Especially like those items that she made, first, the first items that she made, if you find them, like I know, like the oil and vinegar set, there's a pig that says oink on it, and it's like actual figure of a pig in ceramic. She was only putting these items out, one time, but that's the thing. You never know if she's going to put it out next year again. And so it keeps you, guessing. Like I had mentioned, I bought a mug for $45. It said Momster. And that was very hard to find, because it was a limited number, just like those items are limited in numbers. And then what does she do this year? She comes out with a new Momster mug, and now mine, doesn't
have the appeal, right?
Doesn't have that value anymore. But yeah, some of her original items get very, very pricey.
Yeah, and you know what? So for me, what would be a thrill is like if you hit, let's say, a garage sale or estate sale where they didn't know, and obscure, and they had one of those items that's selling for $1,000, and you picked it up for $2 or $5, which I've seen people do with certain items, and it depends in what areas of the country you are.
Yeah,
And you can get something that would be exciting. And to sell it for $1,000, yeah, that would be exciting.
I know people have picked up items at secondhand stores like Goodwill and places like that. And I think a lot of it is also people get sick of it. So what do? I've seen people in the Rae Dunn rehab group say, I've gotten to the point, I've sold what I could. Now I have all these other ones that these mugs, these things that I just can't stand looking at anymore. So they just donate them. They literally just give them away. And people find really good items that are old, they're vintage, they're like her first items that she put out. And just like you mentioned, finding something with like a high resale value. And I think people would tend to hold on, because if you know enough to know that like this is worth something, you usually don't want to let go of it. You usually keep it, but it does happen.
Yeah, that would be thrilling. You can go on a little vacation with some stuff you find at a garage sale or something. But that's interesting. I think we all learned a lot. You guys have any questions in the chat for Misty? Type them up. If you do, I'll look for them. We have a little bit of a delay, so it takes a second. Let me see if they have anything they want to ask. Then when you die, your kids don't want any of your stuff, right, Rosemary? They don't.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of they don't. I mean, They don't,
Mhm.
especially the
And
millennials.
my kids especially, like they're so like they're over it. But it used to be fun, like, and sometimes they still get into it where, you know, we stop at TJ Maxx or something, but a lot of times they just get like very over what they're like, oh, we're going to TJ Maxx. Like as soon as I
Oh,
start
that, yeah,
driving
my
on the
kids
road
too. Yeah,
there,
you're never going to
they're
be in
just
there for
over it.
5 minutes. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
bought an old typewriter for $1 and you sold it for 150. Good, baby doll. Let's see. You are writing bed in the wall above it. Oh, you are? Okay. Delisha. Let's see. You guys have any questions? Just type them up. Let's see. Everybody's going to be quiet. Let's see. Because we have a big, a big collector in our group. Because she will always send me pictures of her collection, and she has this whole Christmas collection and everything. And I'm like, please don't hate me.
Yeah.
Because are there minis? She doesn't make any type of a miniature line? Because a lot of people in here, we all like miniature things.
I know it's the miniature stuff is so cute. I don't, you know, today we were at Five Below and my daughter, we picked up this little mini Nutella and it was a glass jar.
Oh
and
yeah,
it was
it's so cute, isn't it?
thing
Yes, it's
I've
so
ever
cute.
seen. I
Yes.
love it. And actually, yes, she does. She does have some mini stuff. She has some mini birdhouses. She has some mini mugs that are actually she has espresso mugs, and she also has little mini mugs that are meant to be ornaments for like the Christmas tree.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah, she does have some mini stuff too.
Oh, okay.
It's cute. It's so cute.
Okay, and they want to know, did your collection cause a problem with your family members?
Oh yeah. My husband, he is very, very easygoing. You know, he's truly like the husband that everyone would want. You know, he just likes to make me happy and he supports my bad habits. But he also has to be the person that like has to, hey, pull me aside and say like, okay, like you're spending too much. Like we cannot afford this. And yeah, we've gotten into it pretty bad, you know. At the worst point, I didn't realize like how much I was spending. I was spending completely recklessly. And,
Right.
You know, because the items are so cheap, you think, oh, it was just 2 mugs. And that was 2 mugs on Tuesday. And then I bought 3 mugs on, and you know, that adds up. And when you're buying online too. So it's definitely caused issues with my husband. My kids, they enjoyed, you know, going out and searching for items. You know, they very quickly learned like, you know, where to go first in the store and where to look. And I would always find the best things when I was with them. So that became, you know, exciting for them because they were there when I found all these items. But then I think it's gotten to the point where it's a lot of work rotating the seasons and rotating all the stuff.
You know, do you know so many times, like if I go out and I get a few new things for the holiday that I end up that we're saying like I don't even pull out, like not for Christmas. Christmas I do pull it all out, but like for let's say Easter or Halloween or something, I end up decorating with the new stuff that I bought, the new little pieces, and I don't even get the other stuff. And I said, this is so bad. I don't know why I put the other stuff away. I should just take it and just get rid of it. But I think like, oh no, and it gets bad like that. So I'm like, gosh, this is crazy because I decorate like with less and less stuff and the time seems to fly so fast. Yeah. But it's like, I don't really want to get all of that other stuff if we're just going to move right into Christmas, right? So I'm okay with like just a few things. And that's what happens. And even with like our crafting, because some of us have craft channels here. And we have one that says, well, I'm just, you know, it's too late, like say in September, to go too much into the fall. I'm just moving straight into Christmas. Yeah. And so like then fall gets passed over because the time just seems to be flying.
Absolutely. And each year I feel like, you know, we were seeing the Rae Dunn kind of rolls out on a schedule, and you know from over the years when the Halloween things are coming out, you know that come, you know, it's like the end of July, you're going to start to see Halloween stuff trickle out. And this year it came out like 3 to 4 weeks sooner, and she really capitalized on. But I think that was kind of not just Rae Dunn, that was everywhere. You started to see, you know, Halloween stuff in midsummer, or even early summer. And it just kind of feels like the holidays come earlier and earlier and earlier,
Yeah.
which I guess is kind of nice because then I can leave my decorations out longer. But they really do, like, Christmas is here now, so now my
Yeah.
fall stuff is like just
Yeah,
gonna
everybody's
get
already
skipped
getting rid of
over.
the fall stuff, and it's like, well, wait, we didn't even have Thanksgiving, but like after Halloween, it's like, they're already. I just saw pictures on
Yeah.
Facebook. They have their whole houses like decorated for Christmas. I mean, every bit of it, and I'm just like, wow, okay, and they feel like they're behind, and then they're making
Yeah.
me feel like I'm behind. I'm like, well, wait a minute. So it's
The decorative peer pressure is so real. Yeah, like one of the local like shopping strips, like they put up their Christmas tree, and they never do that until after Thanksgiving, and they already have it up. And
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, it's everywhere. Like, it's just I think I don't know what's happened recently, but I think with COVID and the online spending, like, this has been it's been a big Halloween selling season. I've read something somewhere that they made more on Halloween decorations this year, not any particular store, but everywhere, just overall, like billions of dollars, more than ever. Like, people are they're into it. But I think, and I agree with what you said earlier, people are into like this farmhouse, simple trend. You see it everywhere.
Right.
And I think just as quick as they've fallen into it, they're going to fall out of it, because people don't like to find things too easily,
Right,
So.
right, yeah, and then switch it up, yeah. So, it's crazy. It just gets crazy. And you know what they said also with the pandemic, people since they weren't able to go on vacations, and so they were actually saving money in some ways if they were able to keep their jobs and work from home, but they were not be able to do a lot of the things, take the kids to water park, all that kind of stuff. So they had a little bit of surplus of extra money, and they were spending it, they said, like on places like eBay and Etsy, and they were getting collections, and they were even buying like vintage toys that reminded them when they were kids. And so they started expanding on collections they might have had. So Rae Dunn Collectors might have really gotten out of, I wonder if that would be something if they got out of control during the pandemic on buying online or like in, marketplace or something. I wonder if it got worse. Thank you so much, Nicole.
Definitely enabled. It definitely enabled spending big time, for sure.
Right, because they said, there's a lot of people that started like Star Wars, expanded their Star Wars collections or all kinds of collections. I did see a report on that, so I'm wondering if, they might have, resellers must have had a good time, and collectors, equally good. And now that it's maybe over, I don't know what every time, I never know where we are in this, but and that people go out, maybe it's going to drop because there's going to be people that want to get rid of stuff now that they're finally getting out in the workplace again and, having a life outside of their house. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens even over the next year, what, with Rae Dunn and just the trend in general. It's so sought after, and like I said, even just in my little area, the stores that I go to, the TJ Maxx and the Marshalls, items that once were very hard to find are now just sitting on shelves, clearance. And there's people who you share your finds online, and people are like screaming, oh my gosh, I get nothing at my store. I wish I had that, and it's very easy to get wrapped up in the reselling part of it too. But I had too much of a conscience I resold items for a very little bit. But as soon as I made $300 on a little seller, I spent $14.99 on that set, on the little seller and the mug. Ironically, the mug that was paired with the candy cane seller was the same mug that started the whole thing. It was a hot cocoa mug. And as soon as I sold that one set for $300, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. Like, if I can just get these items, I can sell them and make extra money, and I can support my habit, and I can, make extra money for my family. But that's a gamble too, because, like we mentioned, who dictates what's going to be hot, what's going to be popular. And then you end up with a bunch of stuff that, no one wants, or that you don't like and you can't sell. And then I just started to honestly feel bad because I was buying multiples of things, and I just like I was robbing other, genuine collectors, people who really wanted the items. And I stopped reselling. I only did that for a short period of time. But there's people who I honestly believe make a living off of it. And it's rumored that there's a couple people in my area, and even, the next town over, that spend all day in the stores. And, they have someone that comes in when they have to go out, and they just walk around all day until they bring the stuff out, and then they resell it online.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe it. I mean, there's a lot of resellers, and there's a lot of reseller YouTube channels too, where they go to the stores, and like I said, they sell a variety of items, sometimes vintage items, sometimes this, sometimes that, but it's all the thrill of the hunt, and what are you going to find when you go out there. And so they're getting the thrill of the hunt, but they're, as long as they're not buying stuff, they are selling it. That's their living, So I think maybe that's a good thing. If people really love the thrill of the hunt, then if you're a reseller, it might work out for you. Because then, at least that's what you're doing for your income. So,
it's a lot of work, though.
The shipping and stuff is, that is brutal. Because I can't stand even sending stuff out to like friends or something when you pick. And it's like, just the whole packing and getting it out. It just, I don't know what it is, but it's.
Mm-hmm. And then you have people that you have people, they're very dishonest people on both ends of it, on the selling and the buying portion. And I've sold things on Mercari, and people have said, oh, it received broken, like I received it broken, or it was damaged. And I know it wasn't, just so they could have the item and they would get their money back. Because there was a time where Mercari didn't require photos, and now you can't get away with it. Now you have to submit proof. But I had a couple of people who, and I knew that it was totally fine, because I wrapped items, I packed them the way that I would wish to receive them. I probably go a little overboard with the bubble wrap. But there's a very dishonest side, and there's scammers too.
Oh yeah, there are. Yeah, not as like eBay
scammers.
Too has changed. That's what I told my husband, because I used to sell stuff on eBay years and years ago, but then it changed, and I found out that like buyers were doing all those things, those scamming things, saying, oh, something wasn't as described, or they were lying about something. And if you're selling something that's a lot of money, and then they'll say, okay, well, we'll ship it back. You have to pay the shipping. And then, it gets to be too much. And a lot of people left because of that, because it just, between the fees and the scammers, it was ridiculous.
Yeah. And, you have so many people out there that prey on the collectors. They join the groups and they pose as genuine collectors, and they'll ask, what's everyone looking for? And then they slip in your direct messages, and they're offering you items with a price that's like way too good to be true. And they're making out all this money from innocent people who just want their Rae Dunn. And, you can try to protect yourself as much as you possibly can, but people put in just as much work to scam as they do to people try to keep them out of the groups. It becomes it really is a lot, considering it all, the scamming, the hunting, the what's hot, what's not, the drama, the trends, all of it. It's so much. It's who even knew.
Yeah, it's just, I think a lot of people didn't know it. There are a lot of them are like, I didn't know that. But they're, it's interesting. But it was definitely interesting, and it's something we're gonna look at. And I think I'm gonna do a series here of just different types of collections, because like you see stuff like that happen in with doll collectors and these certain types of reborns. People got out of control in those, and how many different types of collections and stuff do people get out of control? Because I think it's something interesting to look at, because a lot of us, we're wrapped up in our own little world about we collect, and then you don't realize that there's these underworlds of different collections. And I never knew Rae Dunn was like that it got cultish,
I had no idea until I really started to collect for myself. And then somebody had said, oh, well, there's these groups on Facebook. And I think at that point, when I joined the groups, that's when it really became like a whole immersive experience. That's when I started to see the other side of it, and just how catty and nasty and just vindictive. And like I mentioned, I received over 30 messages from people wishing, harm on me because I wasn't going to give them my candy cane cellar. And I'm like, I don't even know you. Like,
yeah, no, people
that's
do
so
that. I
crazy.
see that, and they tell you they're dying or somebody's dying, right? Or somebody
Yeah.
died, and yeah, and it's all fake, and they're just trying to play on your emotions because yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen stuff like that.
They call it dry begging. I don't know if that's
Dry
like a
begging.
universal term, but I know in Rae Dunn, like they call it dry begging. You'll see people post it. They'll say, give me an offer on the item, no dry begging, because
Okay.
it's so common. It's
Yeah.
such a common thing that people do, and it's sad because then you do actually have an emotional connection to an item, and then when you're sincerely trying to tell somebody like, it would really mean a lot to me if I got this because, my deceased, beloved
Love
animal's
that.
name
Yeah.
was this, then people are like, okay,
Yeah, and then you feel bad, like, oh my gosh,
am I one of
somebody
them?
that died broke that mug, and I just want another mug like that, right? Just I can't find it anywhere, and yeah, they'll play on that. They call it sad fishing here on YouTube.
Mm.
Yeah, if someone's using a tragedy or a situation in order to gain something. So
Yeah, there
yeah,
there was a little canister that came out about a year ago, and it had a rainbow topper on it, and it said "Over the Rainbow," and a lot of people use that for their animals, like
oh
to
yeah,
to
yeah,
remember their
Rainbow
animals.
Bridge, yeah,
But over the Rainbow Bridge, yeah,
yeah,
and you saw a lot of stories, and it I think that's when I started to realize people would use that terminology, no dry begging,
right.
and yeah, but you become emotional over the pieces, whether it's from what you're spending or
Mm-hmm.
what it reminds you of, and then it makes it that hard to let go of them too, because you just feel conflicted. But you gotta let it go when you get to that point where you feel closed in. You gotta unfollow the groups. You gotta stop going to the stores and just let it go.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And it does feel freeing, I bet, for a lot of people. And a lot of them said they didn't have any regrets. So,
No, you
yeah.
definitely don't. I think the only regret is not doing it sooner, not letting go of the stuff sooner. And again, I say that with every time I say something about like, moving on from Rae Dunn or letting go, this storage bin is looking back at me, judging me like, like you're not letting go. Like I'm still very invested. I'm still 1 foot into the Rae Dunn, but I've definitely come a long way. I've let a lot go, and it's a real thing. It is crazy.
Yeah. And you know what? I just thought about something. When I asked you if you're in a collectible group and you tell them you're going to get out of it, do they try to pull you back in? And you said no, they try to encourage you to sell your stuff. I was in a doll group, and so I got my collection, but I never went like some people just can't stop, and I'd see their houses, and it would give me like I would feel claustrophobic because they literally were
Yeah.
wall to wall dolls. Okay, and then you knew that they couldn't even enjoy them. They were just like stacked on each other,
Mhm.
and I would say like. Do any of you feel like this is like too much, that you've had enough? Do you just want to, because they always say, oh, one more for this collection. And as soon as I said that, they all jumped on me and they said, if you're not enjoying this anymore, maybe you should just sell and they were like ready because they knew I had some price dolls that are not made anymore that they were all
Yeah.
dying for. And they were like, I just saw it. It was like a bunch of cougars just
Hmm.
like pounce, and you're like, what? And I'm like, well, no,
Yeah.
I'm not going to sell anything because I'm good. I didn't go that overboard, and I wouldn't just do that on the spur of the moment. I would make sure that I'm really good with it. But I'm just saying, a lot of this seems overwhelming to me. What
Yeah.
I'm seeing, some others, but you're right. They were right on me, like, yeah, no, no,
Oh
no,
yeah.
sell them.
And there's folks that you'll see pictures of folks that the resellers, they will have, I've seen basements filled, garages filled with racks and racks of just, I mean, complete. It's more than even I would compare it to Marshalls or TJ Maxx, except it's 10 times more because you never find that much in the stores. You will find like people, it's got to be overwhelming for them as well too, you know, because it's taken over their lives to a and definitely their personal space. You see the people who are known to resell just rooms full of stuff. I saw somebody that I screenshot the pictures and sent them to my Dunn buddy recently. They had 3 rooms full and they were selling it all and they just didn't have anywhere to go. And I just thought, oh my gosh. And you look at this stuff, it's so overwhelming. But then I also wonder, like, do people look at my collection and think the same thing? Like, oh my gosh, I posted a picture on Facebook of my Halloween collection and a couple of my friends just completely like bashed me. Why do you need so many mugs? One person said, are you having the world's largest tea party? Like, why do you need that many? And I'm like, I just like to collect them. And you have that part of it too, like this embarrassing part where people just don't understand. And I guess you could get that from any collection, but that's part of it too. Like, people don't understand why you need 50 mugs, you know?
Yeah, right. Hi, Emma. Yeah, it's crazy. Emma, can you relate to any of this? Oh, can you hear me, Emma? I don't know if she can hear. Hi, Emma. Emma's in the UK. So, Emma, can you hear us?
Curious what the Rae Dunn's like over there, like what it's if it's available. I heard that in other countries, like in Australia, I know they have they don't really get a lot.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Emma. Let me see. You're on mute. Did somebody just mention the tier trays for the Rae Dunn? Because I did a comedy little video about the tier trays, about how everybody has them in the DIY on YouTube. Is always, this is for your tier tray. This is for your tier tray. But the Rae Dunn people, they are always decorating tier trays with Rae Dunn, right?
Yeah. I think that's like one of the
prerequisites.
That is correct. Yeah. I have one. It's a must-have.
A tier tray. Emma, can you hear us? I don't think she can hear us.
Yeah, I've definitely gotten a lot of, just going off of what someone said, this woman's very brave and extremely interesting. I've definitely gotten a lot of judgment from coworkers to, real life friends, the people that I went to high school with that I'm friends with on Facebook and stuff. I learned very quickly to not share everything, or where to share it rather, because if you share that part of yourself, you open yourself up to the negativity. Yeah. And, it just feels lousy when people don't understand,
I think it's less in your real life than online, because like if you do it in a group where there's other collectors, but right away, like even so, if you see even in like couponing groups and stuff, or people that buy up a bunch of stuff and then the other people go like this, what are you going to do with all those boxes of that? Like, why did you get that? You're probably reselling that and I didn't get any. And then there's like, a lot of people behind the keyboard warriors can be really vicious. So I think you'll probably face more online, right? And then because people are braver, behind the computer screen than they really would in your real life, say something to you, but they might say, no offense, but I don't know. That's a lot of stuff. That would make me nuts.
Get a lot. I've gotten that. So I stopped sharing my Rae Dunn, my proud pictures of my displays. I don't really share them on my Facebook for my friends, but I share them in the groups. Like I created like a little Rae Dunn group for my local collectors in the area because we didn't have one. So I'll post and share there. But yeah, my friends from high school definitely don't get it. My coworkers think I'm crazy. I mean, it's
Yeah. Well, yeah, that happens. Like we haven't, like I said, we go after napkins, and nobody really gets that too, except for other people that decoupage. But and it's funny because like, how many napkins do you need? But at least it's something. And they really, when you make something, and then people are like, wow, that's a napkin. That came from a napkin, but it's everybody's got their little tweaks. So they make with me, and if I go somewhere new, I will try to see if there's like different craft stores or stuff, to look that I haven't been to or that aren't available in my area. But I definitely wouldn't like say I'm not going to the theme park or the beach because I'm going to go to the store.
Sure.
So I kind of balance it. So
I can't say that I've gone as far as not participating, but I have let it get in the way where, I could have been doing this, like maybe spending time at home, but I decided to quickly run out, before the stores closed, because now they've caught on to the Rae Dunn people and they don't put everything out right at opening. Now they kind of trickle it out throughout the day. So you don't know, like it could be there in the opening, it could be there at closing. So that encourages people to go multiple times.
You know what I was going to say? If you haven't noticed, this group is made up with a lot of the majority are night owls. Okay. We have a few people that come up, they get up like in the middle of the night to start their day. So they're the early birds, but maybe that's why a lot of people haven't heard of Rae Dunn, because they're probably sleeping when, or just getting up, not ready to run out at 7, 8 in the morning. They're not looking
9
to do that.
Yeah, really.
So maybe that's why that we would never be good at Rae Dunn if we're night owls, right? Because you have to be an early bird.
Carolyn, can you hear me now?
Now we can, Emma. How are you doing?
Right, I'm good, thank you.
Do you have the Rae Dunn over there?
Pardon?
Do you have the Rae Dunn stuff over there?
No, we don't. But what I was going to say to you was it was very, very interesting what you were saying about how you thought like certain people could get their hands on stuff before you.
Yes.
And you're completely right.
Right.
You are completely right.
So
because
go ahead.
If you work somewhere, like where my son does, and like say he can get like a 3-piece suite like he's got me.
Right.
And he gets it for £100 instead of £900.
Right. Okay.
So whatever's going where you work, you will go get those first.
Right. Yeah. You have the leg up on that.
It's just it's the thing of the job.
Yeah.
And he will put stuff if they're selling things off, he would always put things aside so that customers can't buy them. I know that sounds awful. Really sounds awful.
But it's the truth, right? It's the truth.
But it is, yes, it's the God's honest truth. He will put things aside so we can get it and we can sell it on.
Yeah.
Oh, and collectors will hide things too. Like I know people have gone into the stores to find items and they found them and they bought what they want and they'll hide them. Like they'll hide them in the little laundry basket or the linen section. I was shopping at Home Goods and I found a Happy Halloween canister, a black canister, which was retailing for like $200 on the resale markets.
Wow.
And I found one over where the pillows were. A lady had stuffed it there and she ran to get a cart. I didn't know that she had stuffed it there, but she came back with a cart and her little daughter, who was probably about 4, said, "Mommy, that lady has your canister."
Oh my
gosh.
And
this happens. People do this. And some people are spiteful too. They'll hide it just so other people can't find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just really interesting what you were saying. And then it really hit a nerve. And I thought what you were saying was completely right. Like you were saying about, the people that work in the shops.
Right.
And you are completely correct. Obviously, we haven't got Rae Dunn here. But, we have, where my son was, we've got a lot of expensive things that everyone loves, like Dormer, things like that. And my cousin, she sounds just a little bit like you, Misty.
And so I just wanted to ask you, do you collect Rae Dunn? I know you said that it's not available to you there, but do
No,
you? You
I
don't?
didn't even know what it was.
Hmm.
I thought it was a man, to be quite honest.
You thought it was what?
A man.
A man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was a man.
Yeah, you thought
I
it was a man.
didn't have a clue. Did not have a clue.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, like here we've got, you know, like people will collect things like, you know, like all Kiwi and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Cath Kidston, things like that.
Yeah, because
So,
Australia, they have Rae Dunn. You know.
How do they?
Yeah. They have a TK Maxx over there, which is like which is
I've
part of
got
TJ
TK
Maxx.
Maxx.
You have it, but you don't have Rae Dunn in there. You have TJ Maxx, but you don't have.
I don't go in TK Maxx. I hate it.
Oh, maybe they have it then. They might have it, Emma.
Yeah.
You should just take a look and let us know.
I don't like going there. I have to sort through things. I prefer to go into a shop that I actually know where things are and just want to buy something.
Right.
I hate sorting through things.
Yep.
I haven't got much of a shopping thing, if you get me.
Yeah.
I'm not really a shopper.
Oh, okay. Well, we have a lot of UK people. We'll have to ask them if they might have it then.
TK Maxx, yeah. We've got a TK Maxx.
Yeah. Rae Down Under. Somebody said Rae Down Under.
Yeah, I know. There's a big market for folks in Australia, and even in Canada, they don't receive the same items that we get. Sometimes that makes them more desirable for the U.S. The U.S. will be asking for the Canadian exclusive items, but there are people that buddy up with folks in the U.S. so they can get things sent to them.
Yeah, but shipping now, you know, with the shipping being so freaking expensive, it probably really cuts into the buddy stuff, right? Because it's so expensive now to ship anything. Literally, I shipped napkins, which couldn't be any lighter, and they were like going $20 to go, just like about that many napkins to California or to it got to be crazy.
Yeah.
So the shipping, and now the shipping's going to go up even more because of the fuel and everything.
What I noticed was when me and my son we went Christmas shopping in Cardiff, and they have started doing like all the American chocolate here.
Oh yeah.
And remember when you was in hospital with Jimmy?
Yes.
Eat it, and I commented on the thing. What on earth are those red things the children are eating?
Right. Yes.
And they were like these flaming hot Cheetos or something like that.
Yeah. Yes.
We went to the candy store. They were £10 a pack.
I know. Remember that friend of mine over there? She used to have me sending her Funyuns and French's fried onions and all the stuff she couldn't get over there because the American stores over there charged like for a box of stovetop stuffing like $20. Yeah, you could. It was like crazy. Yeah. So I was sending food over there. It's crazy.
Some like I think it was like American jelly beans. I think there was probably like it was a tiny little bag, and they were £5.
Yep. Well, I believe it.
Just couldn't believe it.
Yeah. And we want your Cadbury stuff, but you can get that on Amazon, and you can usually get a pretty good deal if you buy like a case.
Yeah.
Like the Curly Whirly bars, which I really like, which are like the marathon bars we used to have here. I can get cases of them where they're pretty on Amazon, where they're pretty okay, you know.
Yeah. I did email you anyway. You'll have to get back to me on that one.
Okay. I will do.
But yes, all the Cadburys. Everyone loves Cadburys and things like that. And me and my son, you know, we're very much like Luke and Ethan. We love like these spicy, crisp things. And when my friend went to America, she said, "I'm not going to bring you back the chocolate." She said, because it's really, really bitter chocolate in America.
Oh, really?
It's not like Cadbury's, but she said the crisps are lovely.
Yeah, I mean, we have all kinds of chocolate here, and not everything is bitter at all.
There's a lot
of chocolate that's sweet, you know, but not with the high cocoa content where it's bitter. But yeah, I know everybody wants things, and you guys over there, see, you don't drink a lot of the sugary stuff. Like your soda is different. They didn't have the root beer where people like that, and that other person, yeah, there were certain things that she said they just couldn't get over there. But yeah.
What was that? What
They're
kind
still
of
they're like stovetop stuffing, French's fried onions, Funyuns, Slim Jim,
God,
like
right.
stuff like that. That she wanted, and root beer
Oh,
soda.
God, no.
Root beer soda was a
Like
big
that.
thing.
I
Yeah.
actually went to a garden centre, and you know, like I've seen you drinking those cans of salsa or whatever.
Yeah.
So we had lunch there in a garden centre, and I thought, right, I'm going to pick a can up and take it to the till. I took it outside, tried to have a sip, and it was like drinking.
You didn't like seltzer? Yeah. I mean, if you're not used to it, it can be an acquired taste. But
It was like drinking that stuff when you got really, really bad stomach.
like an antacid. Yeah, like the effervescent
Yeah, it was
stuff.
like
Yeah.
that. I was trying to sip it. I was going, oh, this is really good for me. Apparently, it's good for me.
Oh my
So I was
gosh.
trying to drink it.
It's an
But
acquired
no.
taste. If you drank it a little bit, you would acquire a taste for it.
And it was really expensive. It was £1.30 a can.
Oh, really? Yeah. Interesting. But you'll have to, somebody in the UK who's here, if anybody's here, you'll have to let us know if they have the Rae Dunn there. I'm sure.
Definitely haven't done it.
I would think they do. I really do. If it's in Australia. Deborah Vancouver, do you collect it? Or are you being serious that she's in Australia?
No, definitely haven't got it. I mean, I don't go to TK Maxx,
TK Maxx, yeah.
but I would know if we had it because, like, my cousin, she collects all designer things. I don't. Is it designer name?
Yeah, no, I mean, Rae Dunn,
Is it designer?
well, it's a brand, but look, I mean, it's not like you wouldn't say if she collects designer things, it's a very simplistic design, you know, so maybe
I know. I looked online, and they're lovely. They're beautiful cups and things like that.
Yeah, so,
But I definitely don't think we've got them here.
to see, yeah, I definitely see, but yeah, Misty, I'm glad you called in too, don't be a stranger. I mean, we're going to be discussing this, and I know other people like I've connected with that can only come on at different times. You know, like I said, you know, I'll let anybody come on and tell a story because I think everybody's got their own story with it, and it's all really interesting.
Yeah, I was going to say about my cousin up the road.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, she's got. Well, I put it in Slack about what I bought her for her birthday.
Right.
Well, that's, and I don't know whether you've seen it yet, but it's like a little giraffe,
Okay.
and you you hold glasses on it, or you can put pens in the head. Because you know when somebody's got everything.
Right. You don't know what to get them.
So I didn't know what to get them. So I got Zach to get her that for next week. But like in her spare room, she's just got so much stuff. She's got designer handbags. She's got everything.
Yeah, I hear you.
When she gave me that, you know, the Ninja air fryer.
Oh, yeah, the air fryer?
I couldn't get on with it.
You didn't like it?
No, I baked 2 cakes in there. They were flat. The other one was burnt. We tried to do some sweet potato fries in there.
Not good?
They came out raw. Couldn't get on with it.
No.
So I just sold it on.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people like we have an air fryer. We used to use it a lot more than we do now, but that's just because when we moved back in the house that it ended up that we had it, it's in like a closet. It's so crazy. We just didn't put it on the countertop, and then we just ended up just using the oven, and we really don't think about it too much. So
then I thought to myself, oh God, I'm so stupid. How about if my cooker goes? I could have used the air fryer.
Yeah.
And I've sold it on. It cost her $195, and I've sold it on for £40.
Yeah, I just don't like it's another thing on your countertop or something. And I'd rather just like, that's my big thing with it, because like we already have
That's
the
like me.
instant pots that you take in and out, and then I don't know. I
That's
just
like me. I like
know.
my show things on there where I put the sweets in there on all the in the canisters.
Yeah,
So like you're not to eat them.
right.
Nobody's like to eat them. They're just for show. So I fill them up with Skittles. The other ones with marshmallows and like party rings on the other one, but you're not allowed to open them.
Oh, okay.
They're not to be ate.
Not to, no, just for show, like the show
It's
towels.
just
Yeah,
for show. Isn't that dreadful?
nice. Oh my gosh, that's
But
crazy.
my son wanted he wanted, do you know, one of those toasted sandwich makers?
Oh yes, yeah. And that's another thing. Like, you know, the gadgets. A lot of that stuff always sells for Christmas when they come out. Like Ronco used to make those over here, and they made like a gadget for everything: a donut maker, a mini donut maker.
Yeah.
The sandwich, the grilled, like you're talking about, and everybody would buy them for the
see them.
holidays. And then, you know, it's like, did you really need like that? And that's again with the generations coming up, they're like, no thanks. You know, they don't want extra stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Well, I borrowed one of my neighbour, and I said, "Oh, I'll just test it," because we had one before. I think I packed it with way too much cheese and kept it on for too long, and the cheese was all running down my work surfaces.
Yeah, and then it's messy to clean up. Yeah, I know. That's
And
what
I
happens.
just thought, I cannot be bothered to clean those
Salad
things.
spinner, yep. Yeah,
That's not me. I like my work surfaces nice and clean,
I hear you.
in order.
I hear you. You'll send in a picture of your Talavera. Yeah,
My what?
cat. Oh, I think Deborah Vancouver's Den is saying she has Talavera.
What's that?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe something she collects. Oh, from TK Maxx. Every time you say TK Maxx, I always think it's like a knock. Like I can't even get that it's really TJ Maxx and they call it TK Maxx over there.
I'm sure it's not the same though.
No, it is. They said it is. It is part of that company. Yeah, that you guys just call it TK Maxx for some reason.
But you have to sort through like all the rails.
No.
It's just very, very difficult to find things.
Oh, it's not put out on shelves and nice there?
No, not
Oh.
the clothes.
Oh, it's
And
in
like
bins like
I was
that?
looking at like some sort of trainers, and I found a pair of size 16. I mean,
Oh.
it would be, well, maybe that's the American thing.
Well,
Maybe
size
they were,
16, yeah, that's still really big in shoes, yeah.
They could have been like baseball players or
Yeah, you will see those in stores over here because my kids always remark because there's like some like 23 or something like these huge shoes in some of these things, which I don't understand because like, yeah, I don't think Shaquille O'Neal or somebody's like that
God,
is
my son only
shopping in
takes a bloody
TJ
size
Maxx
7.
for shoes. Right, yeah, it's crazy. There have been some big things, yeah. Talavera Pottery from Mexico, bought at TK Maxx. You collect that, Deborah. Okay, gotcha. Do you
Oh,
have
and
to go
also-
through bins? Yeah.
Sorry for
No,
interrupting. I am going to put on Slack. I know that everyone's hating dolls,
Oh, okay.
but I've had this doll for like 38 years,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks as good as new.
Oh,
And
really?
it's a black doll. Yeah, it's got the afro, little ponytails. I mean, it's not half as ugly as what scooters are.
Oh, okay.
And I thought I'll put it on Slack. It just looks as good as new, but I think it could be worth some money.
Maybe somebody will know. Yeah, put it on there and see what somebody says, and somebody might recognize it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Is anybody putting their decorations up soon?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm just getting I'm trying to still get this craft room in order.
But
So,
of course, you have Thanksgiving first.
yeah, we have to. Oh, that's right. You guys over. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we don't have that. So
That must be
next week
different.
I'm
That must
gonna-
be so different then, because there's not such a a rush. You have this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
In a way,
What
it
I'm
might be
gonna
nice.
do
You know,
is-
it really would have been better, I'm telling you, if, especially because you have the summer, which everybody loves, then you go into the fall, right? And then you've
Yeah.
got immediately Halloween and Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then nothing.
Then nothing.
So I
Yeah.
think it would have been better had they taken Thanksgiving and had that in February.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should lobby to move that over just for the sake of everything.
Because that's when everyone starts committing suicide, isn't it? In January and February.
January is a bad month for a lot of people because, for the simple
I know.
fact that businesses tend to be slower then because people
Yeah.
spent all their money. So, like, you know,
Yeah.
and they're in debt. The bills come in January. It's also the time when everybody's putting on, like, you know, your new you, the new, and then
dark.
people are reassessing their lives. If they're not happy where they are, then they've got
Yeah.
these bills, and they've got like the dead of winter in a lot of places. Not a lot to look forward to, and it's a really bad month for people.
I think my son is the only one that likes January.
Yeah, I can't stand
It
January.
goes quiet in the store, and so he hasn't got to rush around and tell everybody what to do.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
goes really, really quiet, and he loves it because the pressure, he's not coping with the pressure very much anymore.
Right, yeah. It's just January's a bad time, and of course it has to have 31 days to make it even
Yeah.
longer, right?
So do your clocks go back, or
Yeah, they went back. Yeah, and it's horrible because it's dark at 5 o'clock. It's pitch dark.
it's dark here 20 past 4 now?
Yeah, yeah,
20 past 4, it's starting to get dark.
yeah. At least my kids get out of school earlier now. Because they have to go to school much earlier in the morning, but they get out earlier in the afternoon. So at least they have time to play basketball or something outside before it's pitch dark.
Right.
But if Luke was still in the other school, he would be getting home at 4 o'clock. It'd be dark already. It's just ridiculous.
Oh God, I'd worry sick.
Yeah.
I'd be worried. I'd be literally worried stupid. If that was.
Yeah.
I mean, I worry about him, like, even like, because he doesn't work where we live.
Mm-hmm.
Zach. He works away, so he has to drive to a different city every day and then come back.
Right. Yeah.
And it literally, I just worry to death about the roads.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was only, it was last January when he slid on black ice.
Right.
I mean, he did nothing wrong.
No, black
There was
ice.
no other-
There's no maneuvering on black ice. Yeah.
Yeah. There was no other cars involved, but he went up the curb and his car was a write-off. He went into somebody's house.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he didn't go into their house completely. But, yeah, and since he was a mess since then, he had to have 2 weeks off work.
Yeah. Yeah. It's too bad.
You know, it really, really shook him up.
Oh yeah, yeah. It'll change you for the rest of your life. You know, once
Yeah.
that happens, you have it. Black ice. Believe me, I've been on black ice and I've been affected by it. It's. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm saying. That's what about winter is another thing. It's just like you can make plans and then
Yeah.
you can't go or you have to go and the weather's bad and you're like white knuckling the whole drive. It's
Yeah,
just,
and that's what worries me so much about him. I know that I shouldn't worry so much because he's 28.
yeah. You're always gonna worry. Doesn't matter.
But I do, and like they said to him, he's a people person. Would he like to be the area people manager?
Thank you again, Misty, for coming. I really appreciate it.
Oh, is Misty still here?
Yeah, she's
I
saying
am.
goodbye.
I'm actually going to get going because my
Yes.
cell phone is starting to die.
Okay, but I appreciate it.
10% warning. So thank you for
Don't be
allowing
a
me to call
stranger.
in.
Yeah. Okay.
And what a
Oh,
wonderful
nothing to listen to you,
community you
Misty.
have.
We have a
Oh,
good
you're-
community. Yeah, come back.
Absolutely so welcoming and wonderful. And it's sometimes, like I said, very hard to fit in with such a thing people might not understand or appreciate. And everyone has just been so
Oh, yeah.
kind and so sweet. And oh my goodness, I've subscribed and I've followed on Facebook. So I will be around again.
Yeah,
Thank you for
good,
having
good.
me.
Take care. Have a
Oh,
good night. Thanks
Take
for
care,
calling in.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Happy holidays.
Oh my goodness, that was nice. Yeah, that was nice. She was very sweet.
She was lovely.
Yeah.
But what she was saying was completely true.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Completely true. You know, you get addicted to anything.
Yeah, you can. We know we have people, right? We've seen it firsthand up here.
Mine was
Yeah,
scratch
yeah.
cards, and I was a bugger for them.
And we know how
You
it is.
know,
Like even when somebody shows something, right? At them, be like, "Oh, where did you get that? I have to go get it." Right? You know. So
uh-huh.
it's, yeah, it's very. I think a lot of us know about the addiction or the thrill or whatever of
Yeah.
just yeah,
Then I've started going in the supermarkets, and they're doing the balls,
yeah,
like what
absolutely,
you was.
yeah. Hmm.
And I'm thinking, should I buy some so that I can open some?
Right.
And
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
thinking, oh, Emma, that's ridiculous. Why would you do that? But
yeah.
I actually would like to see what's in some of them.
Right. Right. Yeah. Hi, Lisa H.
Hi, Lisa.
Can you hear us, Lisa? Oh, there she is.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
You
just got
running?
Hi,
comfortable.
What
Lisa.
are you? You're running? You sound like
Oh,
you're
well,
running.
I've been running back and forth. There's so much to do when you're getting ready to get into bed.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what was happening. I thought you were running from something.
Yeah, right.
I heard you saying, Carolyn, that you can't go bike riding no more.
That I can't what?
Go bike riding.
Say it again.
Go on your bike no more.
Oh, well, if I can take walks because, I ride a lot. So it's not like I just ride a mile or two. And then when it gets cold, you know how it is when you're
Yeah.
like inhaling that. And if you start to get really fast, which happens, then it hurts. Like, it's painful. So yeah, I'd rather walk when it's cold out and ride inside on the inside bike.
But I've got an indoor bike.
Yeah, so do I.
But I don't know what setting to put it on.
Oh, mine is like mine gives you a few choices, so you can do like
Mine goes to number 9.
Okay, but do you have different intervals, like a circuit or?
It tells me my heart rate.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
tells me how many kilometers I've done.
Right. Yep.
And I really don't understand what sort of gear I should go in.
Well, I would say just do it so that you get your heart rate in the cardio range. And that
I
you
do
keep.
sort of like 5K.
Well, it's more like that you're going at a good speed, so that I don't. Do you have any kind of when you watch it, monitor your cardio? Just make sure you're getting up in the cardio range, so that it's like the fat burning range, and it's good for your heart. And if you can get a pace that's good for that, I would just start out like say 20 minutes. At like take a mid level. So if I don't know what's the high and low level, but say if it's 1 to 10, I would do a 5 for like 30 minutes and see what happens. And if it's way too easy for you, then just pump it up. But if you feel like you're getting a workout from it, stay at that level for a while.
Yeah, but sometimes I've actually tried to get off the bike.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't feel my legs.
Oh yeah, okay.
And I literally collapse on the floor.
Well, that looks. Then bring it down a little bit, and then work up.
They're like jelly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I can't even go and have a shower. I have to have a bath.
Oh well, then bring it down a couple of levels until you feel better, and maybe try then 20 minutes, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then work up to it.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Bit silly. I try and do everything at once. So I think, I'm getting really fit.
Yeah, no, that's Jimmy always yells at people because he's a personal trainer. He says a lot of people try to do that. They don't do anything for a while, and then they go like all out, and then they hurt themselves, and they don't do anything. So you're better off starting off low, slow, and working it up before you hurt yourself, and you won't get back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when Zach took me to the woods the one day. And, we didn't go like halfway. He took me all through the woods and all through like the proper woods. Mm-hmm. And we was there for 3 hours, all through the mud. And he took videos of me and he said, what did people say I look like? Because I had to have a stick in the end. I couldn't get out. And they were saying I look like something from Harry Potter.
Oh, wow.
The man with the stick.
Yeah, see, I've never watched Harry Potter, so...
I've never watched it either, so I don't know what they were talking about. But they said I looked like a complete twat. With this stick, I'm huffing and puffing. And he goes, would you like to go on my week off again in November, at the end of November, Mum? Oh,
You're
no,
like, no,
not
not so much, right?
Should we go to Rae Dams instead? We could go and watch the waterfalls, and at least there's picnic benches up there. I just couldn't do that again.
Oh my gosh.
Not
yeah.
a chance.
I hear you. Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Davida. How's your husband? How'd your husband make out on his surgery? Debbie D. To Scooter. Michael. How's everybody? Nicole Griffith. Oh, did you send the picture in, Deborah? Let me see. Let's see. I know this collect. Okay, I just didn't know it by name. I know this. Yes. Let me see if I can open it here.
I can see you on the telly, look.
Oh.
I don't know how to turn myself round, so I'll just stick to my living room.
Okay. Let's see.
You're on the telly and you're on the phone, and I've got a tablet. That's why I always give you 3 thumbs up.
Oh, okay. Thanks. All right, there we go. Let's see. That's the cat. Yeah, yes, I have definitely seen that. I don't know why the name wasn't ringing a bell with me. But, so that's what you collect there, and you buy it at TK Maxx? And everybody's going to be like, it's TJ Maxx. No, in the UK, it's TK Maxx.
TK Maxx.
And Australia, it's TK Maxx. Just sounds so weird. And,
oh, that's nice.
yeah. That's a
Oh,
great,
it's very pretty.
it is, yeah. It is. It's like that terracotta kind of look to it, yeah. Very
Yeah,
nice.
that's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Different.
Yep, and that's why Dina was saying it's very popular in Arizona as well.
I like the way it's hanging on to the side.
Yeah. Cute. Cute. So, you have any Rae Dunn, Lisa?
Am I? Yeah. I don't.
No.
I don't know. Maybe a mug. I'm not really. I mean, I know it exists because of TJ Maxx, and I've seen, like, I go on people's shopping halls to see what I'm missing out on, and then I
Yeah.
don't really have to go there if I don't.
Yeah.
You know, and no,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you see those lights I sent you, Carolyn, that I'm going to put outside?
No, did you just send me an email now?
No. I think I put it in Slack
Oh, in Slack. Okay. Let me see.
on your thing. It's like it costs quite a lot of money, but it's like everybody else has got like all these flashing lights, which I don't like. So I've got snow falling.
Oh, we had some snow today. Lisa, did you have snow today?
no.
Oh, I haven't got
Oh, we had some
No.
snow falling today. Yeah.
I don't think
Oh, I
we had
haven't got
lots of
snow.
rain though. We had lots of rain.
Yeah, mine's just fake snow.
Oh, okay.
Electric, where you plug it in.
Is it in general Slack or did you put it in another place?
No, I sent it to you directly.
Oh, me directly. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, I sent that to you directly.
Okay, let me see. Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't
said-
even realize. I see it. I'm very terrible with message. I didn't even know you were sending me
Yeah.
messages. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. Okay. There's a
It's
lot
quite
to catch
nice,
up
isn't
on
it?
here. My goodness. I didn't even, from September 4th. Okay.
I know that was in September 4th.
Yeah,
Only
no,
bought it,
I mean, there's messages I didn't see from you from September 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only
Okay.
bought it Tuesday.
Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, it's a projector. Yeah. Here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, we have those kind of things here. Yeah. Yeah.
But last year I had like one, I think it was £10,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just like 3 stars that would glow up and move around. It was literally pathetic.
Yeah. I mean,
It was pathetic. My neighbour's house was all glowing up. She had lights around her house, like, and I can't be bothered to do things like that. I can't do things like that. I ain't got a bloke. I'm not pinning lights up, so... Oh, there it is, yeah. I don't think it's going to look like that on my house.
oh yeah, no, they have those
Oh,
around here.
wow,
They do look nice. They do.
Yes.
Yeah, they will look like that.
And you can do it like in like fast mode, slow
Yeah,
mode.
and you can also get I don't know if those have it. Some of them have different slides, so you can like project a snowman, or you can do different things. Yeah.
You can do it when it's flashing. I don't like flashing.
No, I don't like flashing either.
And
Oh, it's
I
Emma.
only-
I didn't even read the name. Hi, Emma. I'm sorry.
Hi.
Hi. It's good to hear you.
Oh, thank you. You okay?
I'm doing okay.
Good.
Hi, Davida. Is that Davida? Dee Dee?
Yeah, Davida finally. Hi,
Good.
Davida. How's your husband? Davida?
She's on mute.
Oh, you're on mute.
Mute.
So I know she's
Oh,
on mute, but
I
can't-
had to call in when I heard you. It was way back since September. Carolyn, when she sent you an email
Yes.
or a message.
Yeah.
Read your flipping emails.
See, I'm an equal opportunity offender.
It
So
wasn't even an
it's
email.
fine.
Yeah.
It was on Slack.
I had to call in when I heard that.
God almighty, what a nightmare.
Jeez.
yeah.
Anyway, okay. Yeah, he's fine, but he's a terrible patient.
Oh,
He's a
of course.
terrible patient.
Of course, most men are.
No, but he doesn't do anything the doctor says. So I get irritated. I know that's hard to believe,
Yeah, I know,
but I
it is
get
hard.
irritated.
Hard to believe.
Okay. Yeah. And I go, okay, you know what? I forgot that you're an orthopedic surgeon. Do what you need to do.
Oh, oh dear.
So what did
It
he have? What
drives
did
me
he have done?
nuts.
What did he have done?
He had a torn meniscus,
Okay.
and they told him, make sure that you put back on the ace bandage to keep it, you know what I mean. It's secured kind of because of just having the surgery.
Right.
So he cuts it off. Then they say, don't take a shower the first night. He took a shower.
Mhm.
And so I said, Mark, everything they told you to do, you're not doing. So, and then I said, I forgot that you were an orthopedic surgeon. I don't know why I was arguing. And so I said, you know what? You do you, boo. And I'm done. I mean, it just drives me nuts. I mean, it's ridiculous,
Yeah.
It's like, why bother if you're not going to listen to what they're telling you?
Okay,
That's men.
Dorothy, nice to see you.
So I just walk away.
Dorothy, you need to check your messages too. You're very terrible about checking Messenger
Oh,
and checking
please,
the group.
Dorothy.
Sorry, Dorothy.
Not calling the kettle.
Exactly. I was just going to say that's the pot calling the kettle black.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
The other night I was trying to send her something, right? And I'm like, and I told Scooter, tell Dorothy I sent her a message. Say, Dorothy's not reading the chat and Dorothy's not checking her messages. And
Sounds
oh my
familiar.
gosh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scooter's my conduit too.
Yeah.
So I tell her because she's good. She's very good about coming right on and getting those messages. She's probably the best. She really is. She's probably
Yeah.
the best.
Oh,
So, I mean, she's the one that I always go to because I know, I mean, I could be dead and, you'd find out a month later if it wasn't for Scooter.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not kidding. But the kicker? If she sends something and you don't get right
yeah,
back to
I know.
her,
I'm like, what's wrong with
she
you? Why
has
she
a
can't even say
flippin'
something.
it's ridiculous.
I turn like
I'm
Glenn,
not joking.
I turn like Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction. Like,
Yes.
I will not be ignored.
Yes. It's a crack up. Poor Scooter. She has to be AT&T.
well, Mum Ramos is out on her date night, isn't she, tonight?
What happened?
Mum Ramos is out on her date night, isn't she?
Oh, Mum Ames.
Yeah,
Is she on her date
memories.
Mm-hmm.
She's on a date night at this concert.
Oh yeah, the Beacon Theater. Yeah, I
That's
saw that.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I said, "Oh, wouldn't it be funny if we could throw Scooter into the crowd, like crowd surfer?"
Oh yeah.
So we could throw her into the crowd, and then she could come up like a martyr, and everyone would cheer her.
Oh my
And
goodness.
she said she'd love that.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, she said she'd love it.
Okay. we'll
So
have
I
to
don't know
get on
where
that.
she is. I don't know whether she's with Mama Rain still crowd surfing or what.
Yeah, no, I think she's in here. Rae Dunn
I was
surfing. Rae Dunn surfing. Yeah. Did you know? Davida? Did you know all of that stuff about Rae Dunn?
I knew that they had a lot of pages on them. I mean, I have a few things from Rae Dunn, but I was never, one that just went nuts trying to get it.
Right.
I mean, I had a mug one time. I didn't even know it was Rae Dunn. It wasn't the words. It was an Easter mug of two bunnies.
Yeah.
And I looked at I was just washing it and I went, Rae Dunn, that's a Rae Dunn.
Yeah,
and I
know.
looked at
Right.
And then I do have a few other things because I like the way it looks with Mackenzie Child, but I don't go stand at the door waiting for them to open.
Somebody said they're selling it in Hobby Lobby. Is that true?
Some, yeah. Not a lot, but a little bit. Yeah, they are. They are selling a little bit.
And she's partnering with Disney now, she said too.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
Yeah. Crazy.
I mean, she's doing well for herself. I mean, but no, I've never been real, thank God. I mean, I'm looking at everything I get just from the stupid Dollar Tree thing, and Davida, you got to stop.
Right, I know, right? And a lot of times it's the same kind of thing, because if you see somebody that's showing a haul and they go like hard to find, or this is the hot item, then you've got to go there and try to see if you can get it.
Yeah.
And if you didn't see that, you probably wouldn't go.
Yeah, right.
But then it's this power, it's the pressure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I got to do something about that. I don't know when, but I have to.
Yeah. I don't know. I've got to get on some of my craft stuff. So I got to.
Yeah, I got to get that done
I'm
too.
already stressing over like those sleds that I'm going to make for everybody, right? I'm like, do I want to do them in the antique stain and then use the white and see, I'm obsessing. Or do I want to do red chalk paint, or do I want to do a mixture of 3 different colors? And it's just, come on, Carolyn, just decide something and just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do it. When you're sitting there, don't do a flower.
Yeah, just do it. That's what I'm just trying to figure. What'd you say, Emma?
I'm going to try and show you these.
Oh, what?
Well, I can't, because how do I turn my phone round?
Oh, you click the little thing that goes like, it looks like a little arrow on your phone. Is there something that looks like a little arrow?
I'm on Zoom.
Oh, you mean on your Zoom camera? It
Zoom.
have a little. It should have a little thingy, right? Guys, where's the little thingy to turn her camera around?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
So I bought these today.
See that brand right there? We have that in the mini brands, and I never know what brand that is because we don't have that here. Now they give us those brands, and you didn't used to be that way. You only got the brands in the region where you were.
Yeah, so it's the like refreshers. All the sweet things, but they're bath bombs.
Oh, they're bath bombs. I was going to say those are kind of big for jawbreakers or something.
They're bath
my
bombs.
gosh. Okay.
And then these sweets are what we get.
Oh, okay. Let me see that. Oh. And that's candy in there or little things?
So that's a bath bomb
bomb?
too.
Oh, that's the bath bomb. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I thought it's like a lovely stocking filler for my son. I know that he's a boy.
Right. Yeah.
That's cute.
But it smells nice. The rest of them I've got from like Lush. But like on his Christmas Eve box, he always has pajamas and like some sweets. I still treat him like a child.
Okay.
But he likes things like that. The rest of them, you know, I do buy more expensive stuff than $2.99 stuff. But it doesn't really matter. Sometimes those can be nicer.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Do it. Makes you happy there. Who's in the top left? That's Emma. Brent. Emma's in the top left, I think. And then,
Sorry?
Yeah.
Oh, Brent doesn't like me.
Brent doesn't like you?
No.
Oh, Brent, you don't like her?
Don't get on.
Okay, sorry.
We don't get on.
All right. Sorry for bringing up the sore subject. I didn't know that. Okay.
Get on me, Brent.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, Friday.
Oh my goodness.
And then I bought this, which I think is...
You know, ouch. What did you get? Skin and Lips Wonder Balm? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wonder Balm. Natural fruit extract and cuticles. Okay. Do you get that at your pound shop? Or...
no, I didn't. I got it out
Oh, shoot.
I don't go to the pound shop.
You don't go to the pound shop either?
It
No,
only touched the floor for a second, Carolyn. You can eat
No,
it.
no, I won't.
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. No, I'll get
Just
something.
wipe it off. Rinse it.
Oh my goodness.
No, I don't like the paint shops.
You don't like anything? So what stores do you like there? Are these?
I like going into like places like B&M. Like
Chocolate sticks.
I get things like that from.
Yeah.
I don't like paint shops.
No, you don't. Okay.
No. I think sometimes you can get it cheaper somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Because the paint shop isn't always the paint shop.
Right.
Yeah. It's like two for £2 or
Oh, what are you doing?
Taking my chocolate.
Smoking.
They're chocolate cigarettes.
We got a charger. You got to give us $100.
They're chocolate.
You're breaking the rules. You're smoking on camera.
They're chocolate.
I know.
Who's smoking?
But somebody's going to see that and say, "Did you see Carolyn? She must be stressed. She was smoking."
Who's smoking? I'm not smoking. Oh my God, look, Carolyn.
That's Carolyn. They're chocolate cigarettes. They're not going to believe it. They're gonna be like, oh, they were not chocolate cigarettes. She was smoking.
Does anybody remember those chocolate cigarettes when you was younger?
That's what this is.
Yes.
That's what this is.
Oh, I loved them.
Yes, that Carol lady sent me so many of them. Chocolate cigarettes, bubblegum cigarettes, and candy
loved
cigarettes.
I like
Got
the
that
bubble-
white powdery stuff that,
Yeah,
you know,
you
you
blow it
yeah.
out thinking for a hot
Yeah.
shot.
Yes.
Be the talk of
Talk of the
oh,
town.
Brent said Emma, we're cool.
Oh, okay.
Emma,
Good.
we're cool now.
We're cool
No,
again.
no, Brent. Put it behind us.
Okay, good.
I don't hold grudges anyway.
Better off.
Too old.
Yeah. Oh boy. So the pound shop. Yeah, it's
Pepper
a
was
dollar.
nice.
It's a dollar store in the UK, Amy. Is the pound
Yeah.
shop. Because they pay with pounds, so it's the pound shop, not a dollar store. Oh, I got
Well,
bubblegum cigar too. I got those too. She sent me those too.
Those two.
Yeah, everything. All the candy of yesteryear. The atomic fireballs, everything.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Oh.
that.
I swear to God, when we went to Cardiff, they had the most biggest sweet shops ever. I found, and it said online that we could get Wonka bars. Like,
Wonka bars.
yeah, I thought I could get a
Wonka bars.
bar.
I like the way you say that. It really reminds me of the movie. You Wonka bar. Yeah.
Yeah, but it did say a Wonka bar.
Yes, I
With
know.
Wonka
Yeah,
on.
right.
So I thought, oh, we can definitely get a Wonka bar. Hopefully I'll get one with a golden ticket in.
I've got the golden
No.
ticket. Yeah.
Didn't even have Wonka bars. It was all advertising.
Willy Wonka?
Yeah.
There wasn't even a Wonka bar in the shop.
No Wonka bars. Out of
It
Wonka
was
bars.
a disaster.
I love the golden
Not
ticket
even
in
one
there.
bar. And to have some sweets, it was just, it cost a fortune. So in the end, we goes into Wilco's.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what Wilco's is?
Not really, no.
Wilco's is probably like your,
Oh, Wilco's. It's like a is it like a Woolworths?
yes.
Yeah.
That's what I
sort
was
of
going
like
to say. Yes. Oh
that.
wow,
So
we don't
went in
have
there
those anymore.
instead, and we got all
I
cheap
remember
stuff from
Wilco's.
there, and
Mm-hmm.
pretended that we'd gone to the candy shop, and just got pick and mix from there, but put it in different packaging.
Oh, okay.
So we went home, got my cousin and her husband a pick and mix, apparently from the candy shop,
Mm-hmm.
but really it was from fucking Wilco's.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, swore.
Oh, I didn't even see. It's sometimes I know you're speaking English, but sometimes the people from the UK, sometimes I really have to strain to understand, even though the language is the same. I don't know. Like I have like little lapses. I didn't even hear the swearing.
No, I don't actually swear. I actually say like effing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
I
didn't.
don't actually swear.
No.
Roots kills
You know-
me though.
Do you know which one I have the hardest time is the Irish?
Oh, yeah.
They really get going
Word.
fast.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
I really have to listen
It's
hard.
so
to
weird,
get
isn't
what
it
you're
weird?
saying.
Because like you're listening to someone speaking English, but it's like, what? Say again? Come again? What is that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's just their different slangs that they use, and you're trying to listen to
yeah,
it
and
to
you don't.
see.
Yeah, and I wonder
But
if
that's
they
why I
must think
never
the
say
same of
that I'm
us.
from.
But
That's why I never say that I'm from the UK.
Mm-hmm.
I always say I'm from England because I don't want to be. The Scottish hate the English.
Oh, really? Yeah.
They literally hate us.
Oh,
Oh.
That's bad.
Something like this.
well, I'm sad that they hate you.
I don't mind the Scottish at all. I mean, I like Andy Murray as a tennis player.
Yeah, see?
That's about it. The Irish, they're very good at horse racing. So, yeah, I put a bet on every now and again. But apart from that, no.
Yeah.
I love listening to all of them, but I can't believe they think we have an accent.
Right. Yeah. But
Amy Margolin is saying what section of England? Yorkshire, Cambridge. I come from the West Midlands.
the hardest UK accent is Glaswegian.
It's sort of like it's like on the verge of like Wales. That's why I've got that funny accent. Yeah, definitely Glaswegian. And you go to Glasgow and they are so tarty. Oh, the girls, you've never seen anything like it. They've got their skirts up their asses.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. No,
I
that's,
swear
Okay.
to God.
Well,
All
I
right.
understood that part.
I did.
so not the most wholesome girls, I guess, there, huh?
The lips are like blown up.
Oh,
Hair extensions. I can't really say anything because my niece does that.
okay. It's your dream, Captain Lee, is her dream to travel to England someday.
There's nothing here.
There's nothing there. Get another dream, Captain Lee fan.
Yeah,
There's
get
nothing
another
there.
drink now, Captain. Get on that ship and go.
Yeah.
So when I went to London, I went to London about 6-7 weeks ago, and I actually thought you could just walk past Downing Street.
Right.
I didn't have a clue. So we went there, and I thought, oh, we can just walk past number 10. And there's all like policemen with like rifles.
Oh, not good.
I didn't understand that. And I goes, well, why can't we come in? No, I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
Hi,
Do you think
Tim.
that's a bit sick?
Oh, don't ish. Oh, I don't know, Tartan. I have no
But I've
idea.
lived in England all my life and I never knew that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thought you could just walk past number 10.
Oh,
The
you want-
Prime Minister's.
You want to see where Anne Boleyn died?
What?
She Captain Lee Fan wants to go there
Tara
because
London.
she wants to see where Anne Boleyn died.
Tara London.
That's where you want to go, Captain Lee Fan.
That's Tara London, where they all have their heads cut off.
Oh boy,
Oh boy.
off of their heads.
Off
Off
with
their heads. That's what it was. He had 8 wives. One lived.
Think about what a barbaric time. Like, can you even imagine that?
Seriously.
Was there traffic? Yeah. Well, they were doing some. Yeah, they had the guillotine out today. So yeah, I got stuck behind that. And, but like that was like that's crazy, right? You think like, oh my gosh, public
Yeah,
hangings,
couldn't
like
get
all
there
the
that
stuff
days.
that was done like back in those days, right?
Yeah. Because you think about it, like, they used to hang people, like, where I live, just like, probably about not even a mile.
Yeah.
It's called Jail Street. And obviously it's the old jail.
Yeah.
So I'm into crime and that. And so I read the books of who was hanged and things like that. And they used to take them to the hang centre and hang them in public.
Yeah, and people would come. People would come. Like I remember, like right, you watch those old movies, and they're like, "Oh, we're going for a hanging." And they bring in their kids with them.
Yeah.
It was like a night, an outing, right? Hey, how you doing? You going to the hanging? Yeah, I am. And it's like bizarre, right? Get the kids.
It
Come
is.
on, let's go.
Let's go.
It's just awful, isn't it?
It really, I can't even understand it.
Can you imagine us doing that now?
No, but maybe the
No.
maybe the kids were better. Maybe it was like a big deterrent, like, you know,
Come
I
on.
don't know. Hurry up, get the
Maybe.
kids. We're going to a hanging.
We're going to watch a hanging today.
Yeah, we're going to go to the guillotine tomorrow, but
Yeah. Yeah.
the hanging.
Today, guillotine tomorrow.
yeah,
And maybe the next day we go and watch the firing squad.
yeah. It's so crazy.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
going to make the potato salad? Who's making the
Yeah.
chicken?
It's going to be a
gonna
whole
make
hot luck afterwards.
A beheading.
Yeah.
A beheading. We go and watch them cut their necks off with a fucking sword the next time.
Oh my gosh. Let's see if it's going to work this time. Sometimes it gets stuck up there. You know? What? Oh my
Oh,
god.
man, that's nuts.
It's horrible. Yeah. So nuts. Oh my god.
I mean, it really is.
Like even in the Twilight Zone movie, remember when they were hanging something? Everybody was going out for that.
Yeah.
All the people. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's crazy.
What's Jimmy looking for? Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, I'm having a very healthy snack.
You're having a healthy snack? What?
Yes, well, it's
Oh, what's the oven?
Granny Smith apples dipped in caramel. You know, sliced.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
Yeah. That's healthy as I'm going tonight.
Jimmy,
Yes.
my next door but one neighbour, not the nudist that side, the other side, the ones that have got the meningitis baby in the thing. He's a bodybuilder like you.
I'm not a bodybuilder. I was a power lifter.
He
Trying to
does
lift
all
a lot of
these
weights.
weights.
Huh?
He does all these weights outside, and all I can hear is bang.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he
You
does
hear
all
the
these
noise.
competitions.
Yeah.
But he is, God, Zach's 28, so I think he's 2 years older than Zach. He's 30, but he looks a lot older. He's got a beard of that. I think it was last year he had a heart attack.
Heart attack?
Heart attack.
He had a heart attack?
Yeah.
Maybe he took steroids.
Maybe he takes steroids.
Yeah, I think he's on something
Is he big?
because he is literally huge.
Oh, he's huge,
Yeah.
probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I bet he
Yeah,
does.
no, I'm in
Yeah.
a lightweight class when I do it.
Yeah, he's not a bodybuilder. He's
Right
a
now, I gotta get
weightlifter.
shoulders. Bodybuilding is a lot of work. You gotta do a lot of reps. You gotta work on making your muscle exactly perfect and all this. No, powerlifters, we just care about how much we can lift. That's all. In our weight
Yeah.
class. Yeah.
What I couldn't understand with him was, like, I see Deliveroo turn up every lunchtime and evening. So I'm thinking, well, you're not really eating very healthily.
Mm-hmm.
And then his girlfriend, when we went bowling and that, she said to me that he does all these protein.
Shakes.
Yeah.
I still do
Yeah.
that sometimes.
The protein shakes, but he was probably taking steroids or something that can
I
hurt,
think
that can
he's
damage your
taking
heart.
steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't have a heart attack at 30.
Well, you can, but it's not very common,
Yeah, something,
unless he had something wrong with his heart. But it's probably a piece of body. A lot of them take steroids.
yeah.
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 I've never even seen a steroid, so I'm lucky. But of course, my size shows it. So I see Brett, Livier, Jim, my partner. Yeah, let me see who else is here.
I mean, I can imagine how steroids make you feel because, like, when I have a chest infection, I take like normal steroids from the doctors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not the same thing.
The feeling they give me, I'm like
Hyper, yeah.
I
Well,
can't
they
sleep.
can make your mood all crazy too, and make you act
Yeah.
like a
Oh, yeah.
lunatic.
They
Yeah.
can make you mean.
I can't
Yeah.
sleep. I just want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like they tell me to take like 8 a day, so I take 8 a day. But then you feel like you're getting a little bit addicted to them because you like the sense of what they're doing to you.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Carry on
Giving her
going
energy,
like
yeah.
that, rather than dipping and going back to how you are.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand why people do it.
Yes, also could be his diet could be not good too.
Well, that's what she said. He
Yeah,
was
he's
getting
saying that.
delivery twice
They
a
have-
day. So that's
They
what
have
she's saying.
Deliveroo or something like that. 12 o'clock when the kids come out of school, and then again about 11:30 at night. So about 3 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's always told me she don't cook.
Right. Yeah. Well, could be
You know,
so
that's
nice.
really my
Hi
business.
Lisa H, hi Tammy, hi Dee Dee, and then hi Emma.
Hi, Jimmy.
Deborah.
Who?
Hi, Jimmy.
Deborah.
Deborah, where's that at?
Hi, Jimmy.
Oh,
Deborah.
hi Jimmy. Oh, hi. Deborah, you said? Oh, I see. Oh, hi Deborah. I thought she said it. She wrote it.
So do you do a lot of the protein things like the eggs?
Well, basically, guess what? I have to get surgery on my shoulder, so I've been taking it easy. So I'm not. But yeah, I would do a protein shake like one after I work out, and just plain protein isolate. It's real good for you. It's good for your. I see. Hi Kimberly. Hi Lisa. Hi Barb. It's good. It'll lower your cholesterol. It can help lower your cholesterol. Hi California Thunder. Hi Pitbull. So yeah, it's good for you if you just take protein isolate. That's all I do, and so it's I have taken other stuff. She yells at me about it. What is it? L-arginine.
Well-
L-arginine. It's like,
No, not about the L-arginine.
well, it does. It turns into it makes your blood vessels. It gives you a pump like when you work out. If you take that,
Yeah.
it gets that. It makes your blood vessels feel pliable and bigger.
Why
you
do
know?
I yell about that?
Oh no, because I don't know. I think
Oh,
I
yell
thought we
about
read
that?
something about it.
No, it wasn't
Yeah.
that. It was
Okay.
that other weird stuff, that valerian
Oh
stuffy.
no,
What
it
was
was
that?
I mean,
Yohimbe
like,
or something. That was bad.
I went up to my cousin's earlier on, and she's got one of those. She's got diabetes, so she's got one of those things where they get the machine. You can just prick yourself and show. So I said, "Can I just prick myself and see what I am?"
Did you?
So she did it for me.
Yeah. And what
I
is it?
was 4.8, which I think is good.
Mm-hmm. I'm not really sure.
don't know.
Yeah. No, to ask Dan and Patty or somebody.
Yeah.
I think that's quite good, but it's when she did the blood pressure.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was high.
oh my God.
Yeah.
It was, I don't even want to say the numbers.
Did you go on meds?
No, it was only tonight that I went up there and did it.
Oh,
So she was doing it for me, and it was like, oh God, I don't even want to say the number. And so I said, the cigarettes have definitely got to stop.
Oh yeah, that doesn't help.
Definitely got to stop. I'm gonna have to start doing a lot more exercise.
Well, like if the low number is high, you know, exercise can get that down lower. That's for sure. I mean, exercise will help it, period. But it will, you know, it definitely makes.
Jimmy, do you know what it was?
I don't know. Do you want to tell us?
It was 138 over 100 and sort of 8.
100 and what? 48?
138 over about 108.
108, right? That's If you
I am just probably
120 over 80 is normal.
Yeah.
keel over and die.
But 138 is
Yes,
not that. I mean, it's a little high on top, but it's not It's not like 156. Sometimes you can
I
have
was
that if
going
you're
to say
nervous.
200 because mine was
Yeah.
140 over 85 or something when I was really nervous down in Albany.
Yeah.
But then the next day I went to the doctors and it was normal. So
Yeah,
120.
sometimes
I
it
think
can
that
go
was
up.
the
Yeah, I've
same
had
with
mine
me.
a little bit, you know, high when I go to the doctor if I get nervous or something. But
Yep.
But yes, pit bull, I have to quit lifting as far as you know, shoulder work.
I think that was the same with me. My adrenaline was really, really going
Mm-hmm.
because I'd
Hello,
had a good
Sarah.
day and I was hyper. And
They can do that.
it's just when my cousin said that to me, she made me feel so awful, and she said you must change your lifestyle completely. And I thought to myself, who the fuck are you to tell me that?
Mm-hmm.
You're the one that's fucking 18 stone, not me. And I'm sorry to say that.
But there was you know that the show we have we have with Ryan Seacliff and what's
Seacrest.
Ryan Seacrest and what's the young lady's name?
I have no idea. You're talking about American Idol, Jimmy?
No, the
Good
Good Morning America or something. Ryan Seacrest and it used to be Regis and
No, Regis. Yeah, I don't know. It's
Kathy.
a morning show, whatever it is. I don't watch it.
Jimmy, it's called white coat syndrome. I don't know what that is. But yeah, so Ryan Seacrest was there, but whatever the other young lady's name is, she was doing something, and so somebody else filled in, and the other woman said her blood pressure was like 300 over something.
Wow. Oh, come on. She would be dead.
I don't know. It was just like maybe 2-3 mornings ago.
Maybe she was joking.
No,
Maybe she was just
I don't know.
exaggerating.
I don't know, but Ryan Seacrest, he was concerned. Like he.
What
tried to
channel
say-
is that? 13?
No, I think it's ABC 7.
Yeah, which one is it? What-
Isn't Robin Roberts on there or?
I don't know about that. I mean, this was
Kelly
I don't know.
Ripa.
Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest. And
Oh, that one. Regis and Kathy.
Yeah, it used to be
but-
Regis and
That was their
Kathy
show, yeah.
back in the
so
day.
somebody sat in for
Right.
her like maybe 2 days ago, and said her really embarrassed about her blood pressure. She said it's way up there. You know, she named said like 300. I would never said that if I was there. I would just went. To
Maybe she just made a mistake, Jimmy,
I
because
don't
I think
know.
she would be dead. Oh, come on. You can't have 300.
300.
You really would be dead.
Surely.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think so. No.
Yeah, she would be.
No.
Yes.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to my
But I
sister.
think
No, don't tell
Nanny
me.
Patty's.
Yeah.
Nanny
My
Patty's
mother, when she
heard what
had
I
her stroke, They
said.
said it was blown out. They said it went over 200 and that's it. They said that's it.
Maybe it was
Yeah.
200.
Massive
It was
stroke,
Really
yeah.
high. It was really ridiculous.
Obviously heard what I've
Anyway,
said,
I'm
and
gonna
she
get
said,
going.
"I've
Yeah,
gotta
that's
take
my mother
better
too,
care of
Captain Lee
myself."
fan. When I remember when he was
Oh,
taking a
what's
blood
wrong?
pressure, he said that it wasn't even registering, but it was gone. It was.
So I'm gonna go have my apples and
Jimmy, you are right.
About what?
Nicole Griffith says husband's was 300 over 175.
Oh yeah, it was hers was up there, and it was. But I heard. I don't
That's-
want to
yeah.
argue about it, but I did know another guy who said his blood pressure was 300 and some. A lot
Why
of
are you
times
saying
over.
say Chuck with your sister? She had that 300.
No, maybe I think she did. Or
She said
maybe,
that?
Or
No,
she
come
knows
on.
that you can. Maybe somebody.
Oh,
on the family
stop.
did. Yeah. I think so.
People are agreeing with
Hers
me.
is like normal. You just heard her say that yesterday, but yeah, you know, that's not. It's you got to get
What
that
is in
control.
my head? What's my head?
thing.
Oh my gosh, it's driving me crazy. I feel like it's. Wow, sorry, I'm it's right.
I swear to God, Carolyn,
Yeah.
if you think Jimmy gets on your nerves,
Everybody's saying that.
No.
That what, get
I
on there?
haven't
Yeah.
even got a boyfriend. And my son was texting me, what time are you going out? When you going to the pub? Is Shannon driving? Is she drinking? I said she don't drink that. Right, what time will you be home?
Mm-hmm.
He is just nightmare. Have you gone yet? Lock the door. Didn't lock the door. I put the key underneath the pot. You didn't lock the door, man.
Everybody says that. I don't know. Who was it that last time? They're like, just let him stick around. Like, why? Does it seem like I'm aggravated? I'm not. By him. I don't know. Everybody says that. Oh my goodness.
God, you know, I get aggravated with that. He's like got a week off in 2 weeks and he's planning our week. I'm going to have 1 day of wrapping up my Christmas presents then. Right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What bloke would do that at 28? Then, where are we going? We go to Rae Dunn, yeah. We go to Rae Dunn. What else are we going to do? Yeah, we'll go to Bailey's, get all the cheap drink from there. Right, we'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
He is just... he's got proper OCD.
Oh, yeah.
So every night he has to go out and check his tyres on his car
Oh my gosh.
to make sure they're still up. And he has to get 20 pence to make sure the tread's okay.
Wow. Crazy.
And he has to make sure the light's beeping.
Every night?
Every night he goes out in there in his dramas.
Wow.
I know, his girlfriend, she don't know what to do with him. Then I think, have I made him like this?
I don't know.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Thank you. For what?
Bit of sarcasm there.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know. If he's really bad, they say if it interferes with your
Yeah.
everyday life.
I just think that I'm like really, really clean.
Yeah.
So I've always brought him up to be really, really clean and like obsessive with cleanliness.
Mm-hmm.
So then I think I brought it onto other things.
Yeah, and it could happen when you're anxious too, because if you're anxious about something, then if you have OCD or stuff like that, it can become worse because it's your way of coping.
Yeah, and that's his job.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think it's getting to him. And I said to him, why don't you just, fair enough, you've got a good job. You're the manager at Dunelm, but why don't you just get a different job? You know, because if you know, the money's good, everything like that's good.
Yeah, I mean...
But if you're unhappy and you're stressing like you are, is it worth it?
Yeah, but it might just be what he does. I don't know. It might just be what he does. Sometimes people are just like that, high strung like that.
Yeah, I think he's definitely just highly strung.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could be.
I think it runs in our family.
It does. I mean, it does. And some people are just like that type. And I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just really...
It's just in our genes, I think.
Some people it is. That's why you're the type A personality, you know, and...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My mum was like it. I'm like it. My sister's not like it, and my brother's not like it.
I mean, there are medications that can help with it, but, you know, it
Yeah,
depends.
he's been to the doctors. They said that they won't prescribe him anything.
Yeah.
They said that all he's got to do is go on a course of OCD.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I'm not doing that when I've got a...
Well, there's also cognitive behavioral therapies that that he can do. Like, like there's certain things like he shouldn't go out, to check the car, or he's got to but it's a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of stress to go through that kind of therapy too, because it's exactly what they don't want to do and what makes them feel really stressed, and they've got to avoid it. So it's very hard.
But also he says, like, how can I go to one of those when, I'm working 14 hours a day?
Mm-hmm.
How do I do that?
Yeah.
You want me to book in and go at a certain time? He goes, I can't then.
Yeah,
Mike goes, yeah, really, you can't.
Mm.
Yeah, it's hard, really.
Oh, what's with Clarice? Where are you going for Clarice? Deb, you're going for what? What did Clarice say? What? Hold on. Let me
Clarice,
see.
darling.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what she's saying. She's going for. Let me see here. Every 3 weeks, 5 cycles. What is that for Clarice? You're going through chemo? I can't see. I'm trying to see. Oh, maybe it's because I'm not on live chat. Hold on, top chat. It always puts me back.
I'm looking to you.
It's going to. Okay, I keep seeing the same thing, but I can't see the one before that.
Where's Danielle?
You just started on. Oh, you just started on chemo for adenocarcinoma. What kind of cancer is that?
Oh no.
Adenocarcinoma.
Carcinoma.
Yeah, but it's adeno. It sounds like it's.
Is that the adrenaline glands?
I don't know. I hope everything is good.
Yeah.
Clarice, that you recover fully with that and you healed.
I think that might be the adrenaline glands.
I don't know. Hi, Kathy Allison. I don't know. Oh, your lung? Oh.
Lung. Aiming for adrenal adrenaline.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, lung.
I think she mentioned
Lung
something about that
cancer.
last week, going for something about that, right? Didn't you? Testing or something? I don't know what it was. I remember something. Prayers for complete healing of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, prayers.
Yeah, you can
The panel.
you can beat it. You can beat it.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Positive thoughts.
Oh, which one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got.
Yeah, positive thoughts.
Is Dave's surgery Monday?
Tuesday.
And Nana Patty's is Thursday?
Nana Patty, when is yours? Clarice, you're not blocked. We see you. No, you're not blocked. We see you, Clarice. We're talking about you. We're praying for you. You're welcome. Nana Patty, when's your surgery?
Thursday.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Thursday. Okay. So your Thursday, yeah. And then I thought York Hill said she has something on Monday or Friday. I don't remember if it was Monday or Friday. And then
I think it's Monday for some reason. Maybe not, though.
oh no, Jackie Burns has something too, I think.
Oh, that's right.
I think she might be Monday, York Hill might be Friday. You came out of there. How come he went in early? He was supposed to be
he went in
Wednesday.
early.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
Lisa had her hernia surgery.
So Lisa D,
Yeah, Lisa D. Yeah.
is she okay?
Yeah, she's just
Oh, good.
recovering.
She was texting me about Mark, too, that she was sweet.
Oh yeah, she sent me a nice text today too. I didn't get to answer it though. Oh, God.
I'm shocked.
I know.
Well, that's right.
But I thought
I'm so
nice things,
shocked.
Lisa D. I did think nice things.
But if Carolyn isn't going to reply to Lisa D, there's no. I
Yeah,
haven't got a
there's no
chance,
hope,
have I?
right?
I haven't got a bloody chance, have I?
No, give it up.
You
might
know
as
what
well
it is?
give it up,
I'll
Emma.
tell you what really gets it, okay? Especially like of Lisa D. Okay, so I see this really nice message. It's long, or anybody that sends me a message or something, and it's long, and there's like a lot of things I want to say and reply, but I don't. Then I go like this. Oh, I can't just say anything because I have to take the time and send a good reply. So then that's what happens.
No, the one that I sent you earlier on was a very short one, Carolyn.
Yeah, but that I really didn't see. But then
It was
ones that I
really
see,
short.
and it's like a really long message, you
And I
can't
just
just write
wanted-
back. And you know what I have done? Sometimes if I do see a really long message, I will say, I saw your
Yeah.
message. I really can't give it the time
Yeah.
to reply that I can, but I want
Don't
you to know I
worry
saw it
about
and I'll
those
get back
ones.
to it. But yeah.
Don't worry about those ones. But I sent you a really short message. And what you had to reply with, which I'm not saying in chat, is what I asked.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Or couldn't you just
like-
put hugs or
Christmas.
anything?
Christmas.
Love you, hugs, something,
Yeah. A heart. Yeah.
something. I mean, how hard is it?
Oh my gosh.
It's not that
Should
hard.
just replied what I was asking about.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe, it would have been New Year. Way too fucking late by then.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I'm going to be like, in roots. Big money going in a pot.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Carolyn, what are we going to do with you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just wish talk to text worked better than it does because it's terrible. And then you
Oh,
send
yeah, I
sending
won't
a
do
message.
that because.
Oh my gosh, it sounds. It corrected something the other day in a freaking chat. I was in somebody's chat and I typed something in and then I looked at it and I'm like, what does that even mean? Right? Oh my gosh. I'm like, and then I go to make the correction and then you look like a real jerk because then you're just writing like all these corrections and then, oh my gosh.
Yeah. No, I don't do that because it never gets it right.
No. And then you let it go before you, oh gosh. Oh my gosh. That sounded terrible. Oh my gosh.
Carolyn, are we going to watch a movie or is it too late?
What movies have you been
What,
watching?
next week? Not next week, week after.
'cause, like, I can't watch the movies because obviously it's like way too late for me in the week when I have to get up for work.
Oh yeah.
But I just wondered what you've been watching. If you've been watching series,
What have we been
Yeah, we
watching?
watched you and what was the other one we watched?
Outer
What's that
Banks.
thing that Nana Patty told us about?
Outer Banks. Outer
I don't
Banks.
like anything romantic.
You don't like anything romantic.
No.
Somebody said that Maid or something. I don't know what that's
Oh,
about. but
I'm
somebody-
on episode 4 of Maid.
You like it?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
I relate to it but it's English.
Oh, okay. What's it
But
about?
I relate to it because of how she was when she was a very young parent, like I was. Like when I had Jack, I was 16,
Yeah.
and you have to. And she was. Well, they call you a met. Like when I used to go into houses when I was 17, 18, they used to call me Mrs. Mop.
Oh, okay.
And,
Yeah.
you know, it's not the best.
I don't know what it's about.
She's like trying to put her life together. She's got this little girl.
Yeah.
And everything's going on. Her mum is a right loony.
And it takes place in the UK?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you'll like it.
You don't think I'll like it? It's okay. All right. Okay.
No, I don't think it'll interest you
No?
at all.
Okay.
No.
All right.
The other one that's come out on Netflix is the ones about the killers.
About the what?
The killers, where they go back and examine the killers.
The Kidders.
Killers.
Yeah, like the serial killers.
Oh, the serial killers. Okay, you see, this is what I mean. Okay, yeah, serial killers. Gotcha.
I think that's about number 7 in the charts at the moment.
Okay, what is it called?
Probably, I don't really know.
Oh, is it on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix, and the first episode is and she fascinates me, Eileen Warnos.
Oh, Warnos. Oh, yeah. So this is something new?
Yeah, it's new.
Okay.
And apparently, now I went on. You know when you donate to Frankie's thing, it said, was it on there or was it that they're going to do a Netflix too?
First and call for your fad. What that they were going to do? What? I'm sorry.
Like what was it they did on? Was it the ID channel? I don't know what that is.
No. Are you talking about the American Family Murderer? The American Family Murderer? Family Next Door? That was Netflix.
Yeah. But they said there's a part 2 coming on the
Part 2.
Discovery Plus.
Not of the Netflix. I know that.
No, not on Netflix.
No, but I mean, not maybe it's of a part 2
On Discovery Plus, not on Netflix.
I don't know. I mean, nothing that the family is involved in, like the Netflix.
No, I don't.
No, I just spoke to Sandy today. I'm sure she would have told me if that was something. Yeah.
No, it's definitely not on Netflix.
Oh, but yeah, I know she would have told me if she's involved in any documentary.
It's on Discovery ID Plus.
It might be something that they're doing on their own. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But the family's not involved with that.
Yeah, definitely. That's what they're doing. They're trying to recreate things again.
Okay.
Because it did say that. Well, I was looking at something on the internet, and it said ID. Because obviously I haven't got those channels here in. Well, I have because I got a dodgy Fire Stick. But obviously I wouldn't be able to get them otherwise. So it's on like Discovery ID Discovery Plus.
Yeah, I think I do have that because I think pretty sure.
And it's on that, and it says
I do have Discovery Plus. Yes.
ID the Chris Watts thing part 2.
Yeah, that's something else. Yeah.
I was
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but the family's not involved with the making of that.
No, I know there wouldn't be. God no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The only one they had to do with was the one on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched that about 3 times.
Yeah, that was good.
Absolutely brilliant. Well, not brilliant, but
well, yeah, I know.
Really,
yeah, made from the victim's point of view. Yes.
Really well made.
Yeah.
Really, not classy, but really,
Truthful facts, and not Yep. Just told from the victim's point of view. Absolutely.
no lies.
Right. No. Yeah. Dramatics.
No
No.
swearing.
No fake steroids. Yeah. All
Yeah.
that stupid stuff on the Lifetime one was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. 2020. That's Friday. Yeah. Somebody said it was last Friday, but it wasn't. It was.
Oh, yes.
This Friday. The Turpins. Yeah.
Yeah. They spoke out, haven't they?
They what?
Jordan and Jennifer Turpin have spoken out.
Yep. They're gonna speak out. Yep.
God,
Yep.
that'd be really interesting.
Yeah, I know. That is such a crazy.
Because it was Jennifer, wasn't it? Was it Jennifer that went and
Yeah,
escaped
one said,
from-
they risked, being killed to just get out of it. That's what I saw in a
Yeah.
little preview thing. Yeah.
Oh, I love them.
Yep. See what's
They'll
going.
probably never ever live, and the older ones won't ever lead a normal life. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's got They had some real little ones too, right? They were like ones that were 2 or 3
Yeah.
years old. Yeah, maybe
I
hopefully
think the
they
little
could
ones, yeah,
forget
they'd be
this,
good.
but, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how are they all staying together? I mean, there was like what 10 kids?
13,
Was there 13? Wow.
yeah, 13. Hampy Ronda said Jordan escaped. Yeah, there was 13 kids.
And they were so little too. I mean, they were little in size because they didn't feed
Yeah.
them right, and that's going to have lifelong effects. It's
God almighty.
so crazy. Jennifer's the oldest.
Right.
She suffered the most abuse. Help me, Rhonda says. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Keeps You Alive is a good movie.
What?
What Keeps You Alive?
Oh, I told you about that, didn't I, Tammy?
Yes.
What is that?
I thought so. That was a good movie.
Oh, is Tammy on here? I didn't know Tammy was on
Yeah.
here.
What is that?
Hi, Tammy.
It is a couple's romantic anniversary retreat to
Carolyn's smoking again.
Well, that's my last one.
She's on the chocolate cigarettes.
is a long-held secret from the past. So it's chilling, scary, dark, suspenseful. So it's pretty much these people go out for an anniversary thing, and one tries to kill the other.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's good though. It's really good. I liked it.
It's on. What did you say it was on Netflix?
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Is it?
Did you like
a
it?
movie or a series?
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
There's
It's
hardly any
absolute-
movies now. Almost everything is a series.
Yeah.
it's
Have you
absolute
noticed that?
crap.
Yep.
Oh, it's really bad.
What do you mean?
It's really bad.
Bad as in scary.
No, it's like it's not comedy. It's not like even a crime thing. It's just really, really bad. Well, you all might like it.
Yeah, maybe. Everybody, I'm going to take that advice because Nana Patty said I wouldn't like clickbait or he wouldn't like this, and then I
hated it.
yeah, maybe I will.
I thought I put it on for about 35 minutes. I thought everyone's saying this is going to be really, really good, so I carried on to the end of the film. I was very disappointed.
Yeah,
And you know what the ending's going to be?
you don't tell us.
That's quite obvious,
Yeah,
isn't it?
but don't tell us.
No. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You won't really care if I did when you watch it. It's
Better
going
go.
to be.
Is she
Emma,
talking about clickbait or the movie?
No, she's
The other
talking about the
movie.
movie you said. And
You
Tony
go.
said.
Oh,
Emma, we don't want to watch it no more. Please tell
What
me.
movie is that?
What keeps you alive? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of scary. It was me because anybody that's psycho in their head scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
No, really, really.
Well, yeah. I mean, what would they amuse you otherwise, Lisa? Yeah, they're going to scare the crap out of you, right?
They do. No, but movies like that scare me because it can happen. You know, it's
Yeah,
real.
yeah, right, yeah.
But Lisa, it's a bit like
much.
comedy.
No, I didn't think it was comedy at all.
Did you
No.
not?
Oh my
maybe
God.
I-
Remember her face when
Yes.
the girl hiding from her and she goes, "Oh, baby, it's so, where are you?" And then after that, she, you know, she's trying to be nice and she was just faking. And then her whole face just changed and she got
Yeah.
angry. I mean,
I would
it's
like
just
that, I
scary
think.
because
I would
people
like
can
that,
be
I
like
think.
that.
Was it like a psychological thriller?
Yeah.
No.
Yes,
Yes, it
God,
was.
no.
Tammy saw it and I saw it.
I
Oh.
like
Emma's
psychological.
just, Emma, you're being a killjoy. It's really
I'm not gonna kill Troy.
I like psychological thrillers.
I
Yeah,
love
me too.
An
psychological
hour and
thrillers.
39 minutes long.
Give me Gone Girl.
It's
No,
how
no
long?
comment.
39
An
minutes?
hour and 39
Oh, an
minutes.
hour.
What channel is it on?
Netflix?
Have you watched The Girl on the Train?
The Girl on the
Yes,
Train?
saw that.
No, I never really saw that. Mm-mm.
That
I
is
couldn't get into it.
I never
brilliant
really got to
film.
see that.
If you actually, the first like 20 minutes is a bit boring.
Yeah.
And then once after about that, you really get into it. It's on for about 2 hours. And I swear to God, it is
That's
fascinating.
Good.
Huh.
Hey, I've got a few movies, Carolyn. I want to see if you've seen them. Okay,
Mhm, all right.
It's something you can
one is
actually
called
imagine.
Gone with
What's it
Amanda Seyfried or something. Her name is
Ron?
Gone. Gone. Gone.
Gone. Yeah, wait. No, wait. Is it, how old is it?
Oh God, 217. I don't know.
It's not the one with Morgan Freeman.
It is from 2012. Thriller mystery.
Does it have
Kiss
Morgan
the Girl
Freeman
You
in it?
Did.
No, it has Jennifer Carpenter from Dexter and Amanda Seyfried. Is that how you say her name?
I think so, but I don't know. From 2012, I don't know. I could have been
Yeah.
forgot it. You know, my mind. Is,
I
Okay,
think
that
I know.
one, and then there's one
I
called
do
Get
know that
Out.
one. Yeah.
I
What is
saw
it
that.
called?
That
was
was
brilliant.
what's
That
it
was
called?
good.
What?
Get Out.
Good.
Oh yes,
And I
yes,
think
yes,
brilliant.
yes. I saw that.
How about Us?
Yeah.
Us, just us.
Yes, just Us.
What
Didn't
is-
like it.
Us, just us. What is
Yeah, I
that?
did.
Didn't
Yeah.
like it.
Is it a
I'm
horror?
just going to
You
turn
didn't
around
like
and
that, Emma?
show you my new patio set because it's light
Oh,
night.
okay. Wait.
That's how much she liked it, Lisa.
Yeah, we can't see the
Oh
patio
my
set.
gosh.
Oh, down there?
Wow.
Okay, wait a second. Patio set. Very nice.
And then they will. I've got a.
Oh, that's
preliminary
nice.
shooting. They
So
will
it's
go
still
like
warm
that.
there for you to have the patio set. It's cold here
And
today. It
then-
snowed. What is that?
Bird bath.
But what is that white stuff in it? It looks like a dryer
don't know.
vent hose.
It's a dryer vent.
Why do you have that in the bird bath?
Or it's a big snake.
I don't know why that's in the bird bath. Why is the dryer vent in the bird bath? I don't know. I don't think she can hear us anymore.
Okay, I've got some more. Chloe.
Okay. Chloe?
That was, yeah, with Julianne Moore and Amanda again.
Yeah, it was
Not ringing bells for me.
The Forgotten with Julianne Moore.
No, it's not ringing any bells.
That's really good. The Forgotten is. You Should Have Left. That's a newer one. You Should
You
Have
should
Left.
have left.
Yes.
It is freezing out there.
Sounds
Seems like I
vaguely,
saw
vaguely
Things
that.
Heard
familiar.
and Seen.
Which one?
Things Heard and Seen.
No, but you remember the one with Jason Bateman and his wife, and
Yes.
there's somebody from the high school, and it's called like The
Yep,
Present or
yep.
something.
Uh-huh.
That's a
That was
weird
good.
one.
Oh, yeah.
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 I remember I
But
felt
those
like I
are
had
good
seen
ones.
that and nobody else saw it. And I thought I was dreamt it, but then no, we found out it was a real movie.
Yeah.
Has any of you watched Law Abiding Citizen?
The what? Law abiding
Law
citizen?
Abiding Citizen.
No. Mm-mm.
Law-
No.
Swear to God, one of the best films you'll ever see.
What is it again?
Law-abiding
Law-abiding citizen.
Oh, I saw that.
You did?
Isn't it
Yeah.
good?
Yeah, it is good. Hi, Danielle.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
I've never even heard of
Hey,
half of
everybody.
these things. You guys are like, remember that
Oh, you
one?
need to watch some of these. They're good.
Do you remember that one movie? And I can't remember the name of it, but the guy comes to the door and he's got a box and he says,
Oh,
if you
Seven.
push this button, no, not that one.
Yep.
If you
Oh.
push this button, you will get this much money, but somebody you don't know will die.
Oh, yeah, I've heard
Remember
of that,
that?
but I don't know the name.
Remember
I
that?
can't
And
remember,
I
was it-
always think that movie is a dream, and I never remember the way that movie ends.
Yeah, it's called The Gift.
The Gift.
Alicia
Oh, The
that's a
Gift.
brilliant film. Alicia Bissell said The Gift.
Yeah.
The Gift is brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Have you watched The Gift?
Yes, but I don't remember.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember the way it ends. I only remember the beginning part, and I always had I knew what was
Oh.
going to happen, but I don't remember it.
No, you would never know what happens in the end.
I think I do, but I don't want to say it because I don't want you to say it.
Okay.
Have you seen the movie 1922?
You'll only
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
I believe so.
Carolyn, you'd only know what happens in the end if you're really, really sick.
No, if I'm really, really smart, because I think I know what happens. Because here's what I just did: because they tell you, oh, well, it's not somebody you know that will die, but then eventually someone's going to get it, and you're going to be, someone in your family is going to be the person that they don't know.
Oh,
Mary
no,
Tackett.
no, no,
That's
no.
with Bruce Dern and John Voight and what's that woman's name? Fonda. Jane, not Jane, but
The Deer
what's her
Hunter.
name? Jane
Yeah.
Fonda, maybe.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
That's it,
Peter
Alicia.
Fonda's daughter.
Jason Bateman.
Michelle
And
Pfeiffer
there's
is
a
in
new
it.
there's a new one coming on Netflix with Sandra Bullock.
Bird something.
A series, isn't it? Where she comes out of
Oh.
prison.
Oh yes, I saw.
Oh,
I haven't
Premonition
seen
or
it,
so- I
but
don't know.
yeah, I think it's a movie, isn't it, or is it a series?
It's a series.
Yeah, I don't
Oh.
know. But I'm going to put the number in if you want to do the movie night, and then just let's see.
See, that's why I can't do movie nights.
Why? What time is it there? It's early, isn't it, for you?
It's 10 to 8
Hmm.
in the morning.
Oh, so you're up.
Pardon?
Hey, you're up.
I haven't gone to bed.
Oh. Then that
It's
was-
Sunday now.
Oh, okay.
It says in select theaters, November 24th, The Unforgivable with Sandra Bullock.
That's it. That's coming on Netflix, isn't it?
Yep.
That's going to be good. That'd be well good.
Yeah, she's good.
It's a shame you can't get like some of the series we've got on like Channel 4 and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've got really, really good like psychological drama series.
Mm-hmm.
Bird
So,
Box. Yeah, I saw that.
Can you not get like dodgy fire sticks like me?
Dodgy fire sticks.
So that you could put them in and connect to our channels like I do yours?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know on that. Let me see.
But we won't tell nobody.
Let me see.
When are you getting your turkey, Carolyn?
I don't know why.
Wondered.
Why? When are you getting your turkey?
I can't find a turkey all white.
What do you mean you can't find a turkey?
There's
You're gonna
the
have to get one
turkey that
soon.
I want that's all breast meat. It's just a little one.
Yeah.
They are sold out of.
I swear to God, Lisa H,
Yes?
we're not going to have much chance of getting turkeys this year.
Why?
I
There were
I
a lot
know,
Of, there
I
were a lot of
heard that.
turkeys I saw in the store when I went to the store. There was lots and lots of turkeys.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, I
the big
had one
ones.
too.
There's some of
Yeah.
those, but not a lot of them. Not for me, anyways, around here.
Oh.
Mhm.
All right. hang
Brent
on.
is actually apologising to me.
Okay.
He's put, Emma, good night to you. We don't have no more smoke. Right? I don't understand what that means.
I don't know.
I'm
That
sorry.
means like you're not upset with him,
Okay.
or he's not upset with you, or
Yeah,
whatever.
he thinks I'm
No
upset with
problem, Brent. I don't hold grudges anyway. I think what he's done is he's just looked at me and thought, you know, she's good looking.
You're cute, Emma.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Linda.
Hi.
Hi, girls.
Linda.
Hi,
Hi,
Davina.
Linda. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Emma.
Hi,
Hi,
Nana
Nana
Patty.
Patty.
Oh, Nana Patty. I love Nana Patty.
Hi, Nana.
Are you okay?
Hi, Lola.
Did you say something, Emma?
No, I said hi, Nana.
Oh, hi, Linda.
Hi, Nana Patty.
Hi,
Her
Emma.
name was Lola.
Hi,
She
Linda.
was a showgirl.
Hi,
Well,
sweetheart.
it's a showgirl.
Caroline's iPhone. Who's Caroline? Caroline.
I forgot.
So did I.
Hi,
Rae
Linda.
Dunn. Who's Rae Dunn?
Who's Caroline?
I thought it was Nana Patty on here.
Nana Petty is on here.
Yes.
Who's Caroline? Is that Scooter fooling around?
I don't think
Hi,
so.
Danielle.
Who's Caroline's iPhone?
You know, now I can see my hair like that.
Who's
I am
Caroline's
very
iPhone?
careful.
Hello, I'm new to the.
Fucking hell.
What? You are what?
I'm new
Yes.
to your. It's
Oh,
the first time I come.
oh, is
Welcome.
it? What's your YouTube name?
I just use my name, Caroline Rae.
Oh, okay. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi. It's funny because when I go on my massage chair and watch the movie, it says Carolyn's iPhone. So I just thought Scooter was fooling around. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Now, how long do you last when you get in that massage chair?
Oh, I can, but see, I last a long time because it goes in cycles, and then you could just stay back, or sometimes I fall asleep.
See, I'd fall asleep.
Yeah, I go in zero gravity, so it's.
That's where I need my life right now, zero gravity.
Deborah, Nicole, is that Nicole Griffith?
Yes, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, Nicole.
Hey,
Oh, Nicole.
how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
You was
I'm
right
good.
set up the other day, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I love your
God
accent.
almighty.
She's in my massage chair, right, Lola? Yeah, that would be bad if she was there.
That was so funny. Well, it
It's
wasn't
almost a
funny
year
at the
you
time.
have that, Carolyn.
Well, remember it should have been, but remember I got it late. I got it after Christmas. It was in January, so
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
Comment upon
Hi,
that.
Dina.
But still, yeah, no regrets. No regrets at all.
Hi, Deborah.
Hi, Tina.
Hello.
God, it's loads
Hi,
on
Dina.
Hi there, everybody.
Hi, Dina.
Hi, Dina.
Hi.
Dina.
Hi,
Okay.
Deborah.
Good to see everybody.
This is gonna drive me. What she said. It's gonna drive you. Oh,
It's going to drive
okay.
you mad, Brent.
Well, all right, people in the chat, we're gonna go, and if you're a member of Patreon, the numbers are there to join the movies with us. But otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. And
Love and prayers,
everybody,
everyone
yeah,
in
love and
chat.
prayers.
Bye,
Everybody have a
everyone. Love
good
you.
night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Let me see, and that, and that. Okay, and then the